Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your oh-so-serious Game Master Tom, and this is adventure number 3. Thank you so much for joining us. So excited to have you here. You could be joining us on any podcast platform if that's your bag. We are also coming to you live via twitch.tv/ingloriousbards, as well as streaming live on YouTube. You can check out those videos or even come back after the fact to check out some of the battle maps. Whatever you're looking for, we're delivering it. That doesn't sound quite right. And we're excited still to have you here. We are missing one of our players just temporarily. Jeremy/Dash will be joining us in just a little bit, but we will be carrying on where we jumped in last time. And let's get a quick introduction of whom our characters are. Let's start with our champion, Yannick.
Yes.
Human champion Yannick.
Yannick, champion of Geralt. Yes.
Great.
That is me.
I think you summed up your character so
Those
far.
statements were true.
The barbarian of Carahal, Yannick. Sitting next to him is our gnome bard, Jericho. Say hi, Jericho.
Hey, how you guys all doing? My name is Jericho Quintillions, and I'm here to play a couple songs, maybe hurt a couple people, help a couple people. That's what I'm here for.
Fantastic. We have Hemlock. Hemlock is a fetchling, kind of a human gothy, shadowy style. How would you describe yourself, gunslinger Hemlock?
My name is Hemlock, and I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Including not answering my question. Then we have our thaumaturgist, a swordsman connected to the supernatural, especially with this interesting duplication mirror, which is fun, by the name of Galen. Say hello, Galen.
Hi, everybody. I have a great feeling about our adventure today. Let's get weird.
All right. And last and certainly not least is the cleric, human cleric Aguirre.
All praise and glory to Carahel. I will consume the knowledge that is surrounding us and offer it to her greatly. My responsibilities are to the group, keeping them alive and wise.
Fantastic. All right. So, without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Lauren.
Welcome, fellow adventurers. In our last episode, the band first patched themselves up after the kerfluffle with the kobolds before setting off in search of Gazmore and Popper, the mercenaries who stole some scrolls for seemingly ill intent. Unfortunately, they don't really know where they're going. So while wandering through the White Hills, they're surprised to encounter another traveler. Nurador is heading to Tabonry from Mirskan with a message from the Silver Council, though he refuses to say why or to who. Despite being quite a bit off course in the middle of nowhere for no discernible reason, the gang just point him to Tabonry and send him on his way, and I'm sure that will not come back to bite anyone. Eventually, the heroes find an ancient ruin surrounding a pair of large stone doors leading into a hillside. The only way in is to decipher a code on a stone pedestal, consisting of pressable tiles with various images. After many failed attempts and many blasts of icy magical force, our Desert Isoki nearly puts himself into permanent hibernation. Jericho's mage hand fares a little bit better, and finally a stroke of inspiration yields the right combination and the doors swing open. Inside, we find the remains of an outpost long unoccupied, or so it seems. Hemlock casually causes an ice mephit to cease existing before the rest of the party can even blink. It's a gripping display of Hemlock's godly gunplay, and it won't be the last. In a room containing 2 jail cells, we're introduced to Old Glenn. He's clearly traumatized and possibly insane, but he's able to communicate with Gazmore, that Gazmore imprisoned him there so that Glenn would teach him how to summon. And it seems Gazmore may already be making use of the stolen scrolls. Further on, the team encounters yet another icy obstacle, a frozen room that damages the flesh of anybody who moves through it. Our librarian of Carahel, Aguirre, conjures a ladder that allows the team to safely make it through.
Not official use.
Not for official use, exactly. There's no time to rest, however, as we're immediately beset by orcs and hear Gazmore shouting from the other room to hold us off while he completes his dastardly deed. Charging in heroically, each party member makes their mark. Hemlock domes the bad guys with his deadly pistol. Yannick gets his chance to teach Popper not to push people around. Dash brings the elemental pain with fists of rock and blades of wind, and Jericho's song gives the team the edge they need. Agiri keeps the team up, including an epic revive of Hemlock, and Galen charges into the summoning circle and disrupts the ritual. We end the adventure with Dash and Yannick successfully pounding Popper and Galen gutting Gazmore. Now it's time to recuperate and find out what the hell is actually going on. So it's here I invite you, fellow adventurers, to join the Inglorious Bards and see where the story takes us next.
You're here.
I'm inspired.
Our heroes have defeated Gazmore and his orc thugs. You stand amongst the carnage of battle yet again. You are gathered around a summoning area that has an air of coldness still about it. There's also a dead ice mephit, a flying strange little creature that was destroyed as well. And lightly falling around you, like a John Woo movie, are about 4 or 5 scrolls gently just falling to the ground as you all stand around. I think there are some wounded people. Is there a broad recap? Do we have anyone critically hurt cleric, or everyone just pretty much good to go?
Our champion has taken the brunt of the last sway of our battle.
It hurts.
Including some inflicted by our own party, I believe.
However, Hemlock has touched the ethereal plane at least once during this fight.
Yes.
Okay. You guys stand amongst the chaos. It is bloody. You clean off your weapons. Dash seems preoccupied and thinking to himself for the next 45 minutes or so while Jeremy's not here.
Giri is fleet-footing it and trying to catch scrolls into his bag as they're fluttering down into snatch and throw in his satchel.
Like a cash
Yes,
catch the cash
it's
machine
grab as
type
much as you
thing.
can and throw it in there.
All right.
I cannot
These are
resist
safe.
a look, though, as being in the middle of the summoning circle. I'm going to snatch 1 or 2 of them out of the air. I just want to see what's on the scroll.
I'm going to try and beat him to that. No. These are Carahel's knowledge.
Reflex rolls, highest
Yeah.
wins. Let's spend some hero points.
Yeah, spend some hero points.
How far away are you right now?
Equidistant
He just healed you. I think he's right on top.
to
of
the
you.
edge. Reflex.
He just healed you.
All right. Oh, shoot. That's a good roll. Not as good as mine, though. Mine's a 19.
18.
Oh! Galen is able
So
to grab
close.
1 single scroll out of the air. You're able to get a glance at it to see what it is, and where did it go? Pick a number between 1 and 5.
I caution you.
Wait, 1 and 5. I roll a 7. I was going to divide it by 2. Let's just call it a 3.
3. It is a scroll of command, a level 1 spell that makes a creature approach you, run away, release what it's holding, drop prone, or stand in place for 1 round.
You've seen it. Now, into the sack.
Gary, does it sound like the type of scroll that the Temple of Carahel would be holding on to? A scroll of command?
All knowledge. The language, the writings, the place of its writing. All of it holds special sway.
How many scrolls did you say the temple was missing?
All of the ones that I have here.
All right, here you go. Hand it over freely.
Snatches it up, throws it in the satchel.
Puts that one in a special pocket.
Special. Call
And
this,
Yannick
call this the tip.
goes back to what he was doing before watching the.
All right, they all
What was he
get-
doing?
Puts his sword back in slowly.
He waits for the nod.
Not quite that, but he was
looking
interested
at the
in
other
the
scrolls.
interplay there.
Roll command. What is this?
All right, what would you folks like to do if you defeated your enemy?
Hemlock's gonna help Dash to go looting.
Okay. Then you go looting. You have as you search around, you find something on Gazmore's body. You also find, as you came in, there were 2 major chambers that were connected by some sides. That one major chamber, we had the first orc come running around. There was a sleeping area assigned, pretty much obvious, just for Gazmore. Has a nice rug, a nice bed in this crappy dungeon. In there, you find several other items.
Okay.
You have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things beyond the scrolls. And you need someone to try and figure out what they are.
I might be able to help with that. Anything of
I may
obvious
need your help
magical
over
power?
here instead.
Oh. I'm torn.
But you can be in 2 places at once.
That's true. I can. Unfortunately, I can only do one thing in each place. But yeah, what do you need?
This summoning circle, you have certain affinity towards the occult, and this is exactly that. I don't have all knowledge, but I would be willing to partake in some of yours.
Wow.
This circle will need some inspection, and I cannot do it all on my own. But if you want to toddle off and go treasure hunting, you're welcome to it.
I toddle off and go treasure hunting.
I'll come look at that for you. I'm somewhat
You rolled your guilt trip check.
Not yet. I'm
failed
saving
it.
my hero point.
Catholicism +2.
Since I'm already standing in the summoning circle, I haven't moved yet from there. I will absolutely help you
Yeah, we're still gathering.
investigate what the
Probably.
circle is all about.
All right.
so we'll never mind then.
Let's get a closer look.
Giri is trying to ascertain the circle, its origins, its intent, and what it's connected to.
All right, so here's another house rule that we're doing. I'm treating this as you aiding his occult roll, and to speed things up with our system, any aid is just going to give a +1 to the person who's doing it. Nice and simple. Once you guys get to master or legendary in a skill, which is going to be down the road, then you add a +2 to things. For now, make an occult roll with a +1.
I think I should help you with your investigation.
Agiri is crawling on the floor and peering at the circle and calling off markers and glyphs to...
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so who's making the roll? Agiri is.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Make an occult roll with +1.
Here we go. That is 19.
With a 19,
No,
you...
it's 19. My math is
Oh,
good.
with a 19.
With a 19.
Oh, that's not so good. With a 19, you are
Thought it
able
was
to
like
discern
19.
that this is obviously a summoning circle. It has been crudely made, and it can be very easily started up again by another wizard with maybe an hour of work attuning it to their capabilities. You think with just 10 minutes of effort on your part, you could permanently destroy it. It's pretty crude.
I do not appreciate its crudeness. And...
Whoa,
whoa. I do
Shouldn't-
not appreciate its crudeness.
Shouldn't we think
This
about
is very
this?
sloppy. It's garbage summoning. I've seen better works. And he begins scrubbing away the runes.
All right. Magically consecrating is how we officially describe whatever the hell he's doing. He is removing this large summoning circle. There are little crackles of energy as you do it, but your goddess keeps you safe from this unnatural connection to the spiritual world and summoning world. And you slowly, over 10 minutes, start to destroy the summoning circle once and for all. During that 10 minutes, Dash and Hemlock have looted those items. To identify all of them, it's going to take about an hour of time, so you can allocate some time here to do that, or you can do whatever else you want.
Yannick, why don't you grab a seat? Let me see if I can take care of some of those the blood that's seeping out of your rib cage.
Thank you. My good acolyte friend over there seems to be preoccupied crawling around at the moment.
I'd like to pull out my healing
I'm just
kit.
bleeding.
Covered in summoning chalk. I'll get you in a minute.
The bleeding is starting to lessen.
He's sitting there with
a bit.
erasers. Plack, 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 plack.
I'm not feeling much more weak than I was a few minutes ago. I think I should be.
I'll pull out my healing kit and attempt to tend to my wounded friend.
All right, that is the treat wound.
You have a
That
healing
is-
kit? I need to make a note of this.
I'm totally not dying. It's fine.
Oh,
you're not dying.
Willow sold me one when I
And
was
it
back
is
in
fine.
town.
What did I ever give you your healing amount?
My
No
heal-
is the answer to that. What is your medicine?
+5.
+5. You have +5 hit. You can heal someone 5 hit points after 10 minutes of work.
Okay.
And that's what you do.
And Yannick is just sitting and resting. He sort of has his back against the wall and has sort of been watching everybody's activities, kind of looking over the group and resting, recuperating his focus point.
Right. Oh, good point.
I would seek to aid
Exactly.
what
I mean, I'm only down 1 hit point.
my dear friend Hemlock in figuring out what the things are that he's got out.
Likewise, yeah.
Okay. Then you guys can spend about 30 minutes, and I meant to get these stats from you, but I didn't.
A lot of time.
It'll be 30 more minutes. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And through that, I'll heal 3 times. Or, I'll get healing out 3 times in that period.
What's the total of that?
The total, I believe it's 6 each. It's either 5 or 6. Bear with me.
Lay on hands, lay
That
on
would
hands,
pretty much
lay on
cover the
hands.
party then.
6.
Does that spread out, or is it?
I can only be on a single person each time, but, I don't know how many. I mean, I have to heal myself, but you heal me 5?
Yes.
Sounds like? Okay.
I got you at 10 now.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are going to spend 30 minutes,
Yeah, I figure.
it's this additional healing. The
Yep.
champion alone's giving 666. I
I
think
would
over
call
time.
it
Yeah.
all healed then.
All right, Thaumaturge, Galen, what is your best occult or arcana?
They're both +3.
Okay, do not roll. Same thing for our bard. What's your best?
3.
3. All right. Bump. I'm doing just the first one for you. For you over here. No, that was for you, so that's a miss. And then one over here. Roll. All right. After you guys spend +3, after you guys spend quite some time, you've been able to identify 3 of the 5 items only, even duplicating each other's works and trying to double check. You've been struggling on this one.
These are
I
difficult.
will let you guys choose which 3 you would like to identify. The Bard identified 2, our Thaumaturge identified 1.
Nicely done.
Overall, you have found a metal vial, 2 elixirs, a potion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, there's an additional roll you guys need to make. A potion, a satchel, and a dagger. And you each get 1 more roll. Stand by. And the Bard got a 3rd one. So Bard 3,
Sounds like metal vial, elixir, satchel, dagger, potion. Is that correct?
satchel,
Alright.
dagger, potion. Yes.
I press potion. And
wrong one.
I'll identify the satchel.
Satchel, you have identified this easily as a sturdy satchel. This is our first ever level 2 item, so it's above your current character levels. It is worth 30 gold if you're able to find someone who wanted to buy such a thing. It weighs 1, and it is essentially a satchel that's alchemically treated with a metal mesh. And it holds up to 4 bulk of items, and the first 2 don't count towards your weight at all, which is nice. And more interestingly, unlike any other satchel, it has a hardness of 5 and 20 hit points itself. I think that's rivaling Chris's shield in capability. On top of that, as long as the bag remains closed and it hasn't gone less than 10 hit points, water and other liquids will never seep into it.
what happens if I were to put that around my shield?
Around my throat area. So that's the sturdy shield. Any questions about that one?
Sturdy satchel.
Satchel. Satchel. Thank you.
Because if it's a sturdy shield,
You're taking it.
Yeah.
Bard, which 3 do you want?
I like doing the enduring ones first, so the dagger.
The dagger. You have found a normal-looking dagger, but inside of it is by far the most powerful item we've had so far, even though our campaign's just underway. Another level 2 item. Connected inside is a rune of potency. Anyone who is trained in Arcana can spend just an hour and carefully remove that rune and attach it to another weapon, and it will become magically fused to it, and it will permanently give that weapon +1 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And this was the weapon that was on Gazmor that he never took out.
That was a bummer for him. So now there's a vial, potion, elixir.
Yes.
This vial sounds really interesting to me.
All right.
Because it's smaller.
You found this one. This is Ghost Ink. It's pale blue ink. It dries rapidly, becoming fully transparent 1 minute after application. If you apply heat to it, like from that of a torch or open flame, it will then be visible. It only lasts as long as the heat is exposed, and then it will become invisible again.
So literally just lemon juice.
But more effective. And
Touché.
it has no end time, so that would stay that way forever.
So send secret messages.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then I'll do one of the elixirs, the second elixir.
All right. The second elixir you identify as a minor elixir of life. This heals the drinker 1d6 hit points and then gives them a +1 save against diseases and poisons for 10 minutes. That tends to be a nice bonus, but really it's that 1d6, particularly the classic fighter reviving the cleric or bard who can't heal themselves.
All right.
Does it
That's
have
up
to
to
be
you.
drunk in order to be effective, or?
Yes, but
Okay.
you can't force it down someone's throat.
Okay.
And with all potions, it's 1 to get out and then 1 to use or 1 to pour down someone's throat.
Okay. I mean, I'll share what all of those are with kind of let the world know what they are and say we should probably think about what we want to do with all these things.
We should probably get out of here. Get back to town. And split anything up then.
I do offer Agiri. This
What? Circle won't scrub itself. Yes.
try using urine. It tends to get rid of. No,
I tried that.
I'll be over here. This satchel feels like
Wizard doesn't. No, okay. Go ahead.
Wizard doesn't whiz. This satchel feels like it might be a good home for the scrolls and protect them better than the bag that you're carrying them in right now. Would you like to put the scrolls in them?
A sturdy satchel. Yes, that would make a nice home.
Great.
I will accept this.
Agiri has the satchel now.
Just curious if he was gonna, Galen, if you were gonna hand the satchel,
Right,
expect him to hand the scrolls over to you. Like,
Yeah, I was sort of
You hold
wondering.
this. I'll take the satchel. It's about as strong as a shield.
And we had 15 silver from the last adventure. We still have not split.
Is there anyone? There's this.
15 splits pretty easy, 5 ways.
Yeah, without dash.
Well, Dash does not lack money. He never has.
Hemlock, you also found the stash of coins, I forgot, in a little pouch in the bed area underneath the mattress, crappy mattress of Gazmor. And that is somewhere between 3 and 16 gold.
16 gold.
Okay, 16 gold it is.
I feel like that's a trick.
Yeah.
So is there anything else to be discovered by doing any deeper investigation of this area?
You guys can absolutely spend time and search around.
I would like to do a little bit more of a thorough search.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
other doors and rooms that we have not perused here.
Yeah.
And there it is.
We add attention die to the
Knew it.
pool. You spend some time searching, but you find nothing additional of value in this place. It is pretty much empty. There are a few additional
do feel
empty
the tension.
rooms. And those of you joining us with attention dice, right now there are 5 dice in a pool. Once it gets to 6, I'm going to roll the dice, and something may get complicated for the group. We'll see.
And so is it clear that this party were coming in through the cold kitchen that we came through? They were controlling it, but that was their entry and exit.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
And you also see several more of those destroyed blue crystal residues. So they were definitely trying to screw around something with ice and get things going, but they never quite mastered it.
Do you think we could just turn this location into like our fort, like our base, our castle?
Oh, claim it. It is unused. It's hours from anywhere.
Fort Hemlock, we could call it.
No. It's already has a name.
Lord.
But it might be, should things go sour, we all know how to get in here. This might be a good place to regroup if we ever get.
I didn't really.
Separated.
I did not really pay attention that closely, so I'm not. But I'm always with Dash here, so Dash will get me in.
There you go.
Or I might need to write that down with this ink, like on my forearm.
And then just burn your forearm to remember. Yeah. Sounds like a good.
I personally have no interest in holding claim over this place. I have other business to attend to, and my home is in any temple of Karel.
Why not make this a temple of Karen?
Filthy summoning circles lying about? No, thank you.
There's no you take care of the summoning circle.
I don't know how
You
many
did a
others
good job.
with invisible ink. Who knows how many others there may be.
Does Carrie Hill not have the power to redeem a place such as this?
Karel is busy with many things, which is why she employs us.
He says, rubbing summoning chalk off his nose.
Also, I didn't realize I was employed by Carahel. That's got to be pretty sweet.
I found many things to scrub.
We're a janitorial staff.
Wow. Well, all right, Carrie Hill. I understand. All right, well, let's head back to town, I guess.
It wouldn't be bad to keep this in our mind, though, if we do need to.
That's what I was thinking.
Which does
Return
beg the question, who else may be keeping it in their mind? If this one, pointing at the body is on the floor, and this one are denizens, who else in their employ? Or
No one as skilled as us.
It was pretty dusty, like it hadn't been used in a long time.
Well, let's seal it up as best we can.
Maybe there's a way to shuffle the tiles. Change the combination on the lock.
I can't say.
No,
I'm
don't
not
know.
get-
Think
we
about
would-
that.
We would need gnomes to figure that out.
Dash seems to have an idea, but then goes silent.
I just,
Well, I agree. We should get back to town. And I need to get back to Cookie, and
These scrolls are getting
I would
heavy.
really like to find, get a tail on Nurador and find out what he's up to. Something seemed a little off there.
The fleet-footed messenger. Yes, I remember
Awesome
him.
messenger.
We need to
The
go back to the
off-course
temple as well.
messenger.
That we do.
I just wanted to participate.
There's
The
toadies,
sturdy satchel. Oh, in that satchel was 5 and 20. It was 5 hardness, 20 hit points.
Hit points, yes.
But don't get in a fight with it.
Do get in a fight with it. Improvised weapon?
No, I mean like against it. Like
Mm.
versus it.
Gary
What time
begins
of day
making
is
his
it?
way out.
Blah, blah, blah. Probably going to be getting into evening time very soon.
Oh, we're hours
Should
away from
probably-
Tabonry, yeah.
Probably. How does everybody feel about camping here for the night?
It's,
Even
It
at
seems
first light?
safer out in the woods.
yeah, agreed.
Well, Gasmore certainly felt it was safe to bed down here. I think maybe this is a
Oh,
good
that's
spot
true.
for us to stay as well.
We should try to
That could be with attention die.
conceal this place as much as we can.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know.
We go out and if we go, 50, 100 yards away from the entrance, cut down some shrubbery branches and such, and lay them out, camouflage the entrance a little bit.
Yeah, try to, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
we just camp in the chamber right outside the door.
The
Or
fire
we
pit
just
area?
camp in the chamber.
I'm thinking for future
outside the
to try to conceal it from others. So that
It's
wandering
fairly well protected
vagabonds
unless
don't
it is
come
These,
and...
these doors are massive. We can come back later and put a lock spell.
Or maybe just sleep right by the door. We'll hear it it starts to open, and keep a watch. Does that seem simple enough? We could each keep a watch during that. I'll volunteer.
Does anybody object to me fiddling with the dagger
No.
while we're
I think it should go
making
on,
camp
I think
for the
it should
night?
go on your gun.
Well,
Making that better is the
Well,
best thing I can think of.
that
It's-
was also my idea, but I feel like
my gun is pretty good for right now.
well, I need to remove the rune from the dagger anyway, unless anybody wants a
No, I
very powerful dagger.
feel like Galen need to take that room.
Well, I'm gonna start working on the dagger.
Dash raises his hands, though he has a problem with that, but gets silent after all.
Yeah,
What's
he like
Dash gonna
that's
put it on?
Text on the other one.
Dash is what's he gonna
puts it on his hand.
the invisible boomerang?
Dash puts a dagger in his mouth.
Where are you guys sleeping for the evening?
It sounds like we're sleeping in the basically taking over the camp of Gasmore.
Just outside the door, or is sleeping deep inside the fortress?
I guess inside the fortress. It sounds like.
Okay.
But yeah, is that?
I vote for where they were sleeping because they felt safe.
Okay, you then move bodies as far away from that area as you can and make camp there. And are you trained in Arcana, Galen?
Yes.
Okay, spending the night, you guys wake up without any trouble, even during watch, of which you put Dash on extra guard duty. He didn't seem to have any complaints about it. There was no interruption and no one knocking on the door. And Galen, you were able to remove the potency rune and apply it somewhere. What weapon are you applying it to?
Oh, well, we should definitely have a conversation about this. I mean, this rune feels like it's pretty powerful. I'm open to suggestion as to who should be the keeper of it.
You should take it.
I mean, you're charging in very frequently.
That is true, but you are by my side.
Is this
Do not argue. when
Party
somebody
vote?
gives you something.
I still think Hemlock seems like on that weapon of yours.
That's
it's the
my
most
first thought,
reasonable thing
too.
to me.
I have a +9 already.
Hey,
Aguirre opens his satchel and
every
casually
plus
shakes it towards the town.
every plus one matters.
You want me to attach it to the satchel? I don't understand.
Yes,
Such is even better.
a potent, sturdy satchel.
All right, if nobody's going to claim it, then I will put it on my longsword.
All right, you weave a little bit of esoteric power from your hands, and the rune fuses into the hilt, and it's like halfway in, halfway out. So anyone giving a close look could easily see that there's something definitely magical about it, and you now have a +1 item bonus to attack rolls only permanently with this weapon.
Wow.
Not to damage, but to attack, but that can certainly add up, particularly with the Pathfinder's critical rules and all that good stuff.
a little bummed that no one wanted the +1 on my sling.
It is morning
Well,
time.
thank you all.
You guys are heading out to the town, I believe I heard.
Yes.
All right. You make your way through several hours of travel back southwest to the town, the city of Tabonry.
Tabonry.
As you approach the city of Tabonry, he says that every time he sees the city. As you approach, you see the huge Horn River coming in, the different roads with wagons and people coming and going. There's a lot of activity coming and going. As you are approaching and following a road down, you have to walk past several slow-going wagons, about 8 of them that are loaded heavily with tons of cut stone on them, big blocks of stone. 8 in a row, wagon team, and they're trudging their way into the city.
Is that an abnormal cargo?
No. Yes and no.
Where are they headed?
They're heading to the city, and you guys have been in the city long enough to know that they are working on a new wall construction.
Okay.
So,
It's not just some sort of weird one-off.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's not some even temple being built.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's like a foreman or somebody in charge of this train?
Yeah, he's leading the way.
I'll sidle up and just, hey, friend, where are you headed?
With no horns. Coconuts.
We got coconuts.
Well, I imagine they're going pretty slow because
Yeah.
of the whole train, right? Yeah. So if I can just sidle up and just
Can I borrow one of these horses?
yeah.
Borrow your wall.
He says, heading to the city.
Oh, what part of the city? I part of the guard there.
He looks and peers the mile or two out still from the city, and he says, I'm guessing right over there. And he points to where a section of the wall has just been started to be constructed. And you see there's multiple tents, workers already scattering and moving about.
That's quite the project. What is the purpose of the wall there?
Keep things out.
Yeah. Has there been problems lately?
I don't care about that. I deliver stone.
Oh, okay. So we're building a wall, but we're not sure what the wall's intending to keep out or in.
I'm not building anything.
Ah,
I'm delivering stone.
fair enough. Well, good luck to you, friend.
He's even not too far away, but he gets quieter. What race are these individuals? Just haphazard.
Generic haphazard humans.
Haphazard humans.
Yes.
Hemlock,
Is
doesn't
that
it
a
seem
sub-
like Galen should have known why they're building the wall? He's in the guard.
The guard, you know,
It's all right.
kept in the dark a lot.
We keep the peace. We're not privy to political decisions.
As you guys ride into the town, you see there are a ton of tents that have been set around. A lot of it's come from refugees from the last couple of years from the war to the east. There are some ramshackle wooden buildings that have been constructed for more quote-unquote permanent buildings like inns or small shops, but it's just a big impromptu mini town outside the city. There's one major road that goes in towards the gate you're at. There is a big line of people that are waiting to get past the guard. You've been past him many times, and just 6 of you just walk past the entire line. You get some grumbles from some folks. And as you are walking by, you see there are about a dozen pissed off citizens of the city, not waiting in line, but coming out of the gate from the city proper. And they storm past you, shoulder past the bard and the priest and the thaumaturge and the kineticist and the gunslinger. They part ways for the champion and go around the large champion. And the 12 of them go off in a huff, making their way towards that stone construction wall area that you had seen earlier.
What do you suppose that's all about?
Something seems unusual here. It's not unusual for public works, but it seems to be causing quite a stir. Might be worth checking out.
What class are these people? Just
They
by the look of their clothing.
middle class.
They're not workers.
Nope.
Those people are aching for some trouble.
There's a guard at the just lazily leaning over a little podium. He's got some papers. He just looks bored. He's not letting anyone in. He just nods for you guys to just walk on through. He's dealt with you guys many times before.
Is he known to me?
Yes.
This guard? Does this guard have a name?
He does. His name is Stream Chat.
Good old stream chat. Yeah,
We'll call him Cheem.
Cheem.
That's how it works, Chris. Go back. Many seasons. That's how it works.
All right. Cheem, what do you know about this angry group of people here? What are they all upset about?
Oh, what? Oh, hey, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you see them walking off right over there? Like
Yeah.
they're heading over towards the wall over there. What's going on? Any idea?
You know, captain's orders. Don't mess around with crap that happens out here.
Yeah, fair enough.
You guys head in. What would you
No.
like to- No.
No.
Cheem.
No, we,
It's you.
We meet at last for the first time.
Let's
we killed Cheem.
see if we can, if these folks are up to some trouble. Let's see if we can.
Is this really something we need to get involved with?
Well,
Can
Yes.
you make that a flashcard, by the way?
I'm just concerned for the well-being of Tabonry. I want to make sure that things are going well, and those folks look like they were itching for some trouble and looking to make some issues. So
If you're
I
concerned,
think
I'm concerned.
a group such as us could help and lower tensions and prevent chaos from occurring.
Agiri preemptively draws his ladder.
What could go wrong?
If I know one thing from my time in the Guard, it's that middle-class people make more trouble than they're worth. I am not
Exactly.
interested in getting involved with these folks.
Well, then I'll meet you all later.
I'll go with you. Sounds like there's going to be a song somewhere in here. Let's go.
All right, Bard and Champion head off.
Percussion.
The gunslinger will reluctantly lag behind them.
Dash
Are you
disappears.
sure you don't want to go have some fun in town?
Dash disappears. Slice.
I mean, I do. We just got home, but
We have obligations. Come on.
Yeah, this ain't one of them, but we're going anyway.
You could help me track down Nurador.
I want to go with
Oh,
Go drink some adult beverages for me.
this isn't going to end well.
It'll be fun, Galen. Let's go.
That's what I'm hoping, Galen.
It's just going to be a waste. We'll be
All right.
back.
Galen's following, but he's like dragging his longsword behind him. As he goes.
Charlie Brown style.
Linus is playing get big.
Yeah. All right, and Agiri, you were doing what?
Coming alongside Yannick.
Okay.
Surprise.
The five of you
Seldom does the priest ever part company with the.
pursue the group of folks. They head straight towards the construction site. There is a wall that has been, I'd say maybe a third completed, some distance out from the city of Tabonry. So Tabonry is decent sized city. It already has a wall, but all of this impromptu community has been built around it over the last 4 or 5 years. Now they're extending, creating a secondary wall beyond that. They're about a third of the way complete. Still a lot of work to be done. You see some base foundations being laid. There's pulleys and cranes and ropes that are lowering the large, huge stones down in. Those wagons are slowly coming in. There's already huge piles of stones. There's dozens and dozens of workers, scantily clad workers, I might add, that are hauling and moving these stones
When in Rome.
around. And already you can see Yannick's premonition has come true, as there is an argument ensued with the dozen or so people that have come storming out of the city, and they are pointing fingers and accusing a guy who is standing on one of the wagons holding up his hands, and he's saying, now, this is all official. We've been sanctioned to do this, and we have no say in the. And the people from the group, the crowd, this wall is not been approved by any of us, and it's going to just ruin our entire city. And one of the people goes over and starts hacking away at some of the ropes on one of the pulleys. And two of the guys that are down in one of these trenches where the wall's foundations panic and start scrambling out of the way. The rope is cut, and shoo, a big block comes crashing down.
Oh, right. I'm stepping in at this point.
Yeah.
No. Hold on, everybody. Calm down. Representative of the city guard here, please.
Still dragging that sword.
What is the problem here?
Well, he goes from the back of the
Do you
group
have
to
your
the front of the
city
group.
guard official heraldry on you to back that
It's
up?
on my breastplate.
Okay, great.
And Yannick is behind him and to the right, and his shield, which does have the insignia of Carahel on it, is out. His hand is resting on the pommel of his sheath sword.
Okay.
And Agiri is photobombing this image.
All right. Would our champion like to make an intimidation roll?
I can.
Go for it.
A total of 10. I rolled a 7. I'm going to blast that hero point right out of the way
all
right
right,
now. And I'm
For
just going to
intimidation.
roll this again. And that'll be a total of 13.
Okay. You have a slightly imposing-looking champion behind you. And what do you say again, Galen?
Well, I'm checking the diplomacy text, so we got good cop, bad cop going on over here. Just everybody take a deep breath. Let's calm down. What is the problem here? What is this all about?
And one of the guys, you can see one of the guys is the leader of this little mini mob. And someone looks to him and says, "Hey, it's a city guard." And the leader says, "My understanding is that your jurisdiction ends outside the city walls. This wall hasn't been built yet."
Is this wall part of the... This is going to be
Is there a cocking sound that just happened?
so much fun.
Do we kill him now or later?
I'll address that question in a moment, and I turn to the foreman of the site.
Okay.
Who's authorized this construction?
He says, "The mayor."
Great. So it's an official part of city improvement. It's a public work that is being built here as part of the city.
This will, he says, not to you, but to everyone who's been gathered. There's like 50 people now that are gathering to watch. "This will destroy the city of Tabonry as we know it. If this is allowed to continue, this is a disgusting display of waste and time that could be better spent protecting our city proper, not this mess," he says, pointing to the tents all around. He makes a diplomacy roll.
I believe our bard has something to say.
And the crowd starts to murmur kind of knowingly and nod.
So as this is happening, I'm gonna try to hop up on that block that fell. I'm going to cast a cantrip.
There's a guy under.
Then my weight would not make a difference.
He's dancing. No, not the jig.
I'm going to, of all things, cast a cantrip designed for exactly this situation. Read the air.
Read the air?
Read the air.
I see it.
You take a deep breath as you survey a social situation, taking courtesy to all, as your intuition swiftly picks up clues about a social context. As part of casting this spell, in essence, I get a +1 status bonus on my next diplomacy check. To make an impression on all these people.
Okay. All right. You get an air of the unease with the crowd, and it's starting to shift more towards the mob's point of view. You recall knowledge, you decide to gain information. So we'll just say you have that one, and now you have a +1 bonus to your next diplomacy. What would you like to do or say?
A little strum to gather attention with it. And then clearly not wearing the heraldry, the accoutrement, or the gear of any official organization. I'm one of you, so to speak.
Poser.
Exactly. And I just call out, people of Tabonry, we are just the average. The workers here are not the ones that we blame. They are just doing what they've been asked. Our quarrel is not with them. Our quarrel is with those above us. We need to seek a way to rectify the things that we are unhappy about. But let us not bring citizen versus citizen. Let us not destroy the things that we have as part of our city here. Let us find a way that is constructive and a way to find a solution that doesn't harm ourselves, the simple citizens of Tabonry in the midst of all this. Much less we do not want to raise the eye of those who bring steel to this place. None of those will solve this situation or send us home unscathed.
Oh, goddamn, I'll give you a hair.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. I need you to make a diplomacy roll. You're rolling it versus the original speaker's roll. Your target number is a 14. You have a +1 from your spell and a +2 for your role playing. So total of +3
And I have a +7.
with your diplomacy.
Yes.
All right.
+10. I rolled a 19.
Jesus Christ.
So 29.
So that would be a critical success.
Ow. The crowd just starts to applaud, and they're woo, yeah. And the
Race off to hang the mayor.
the foreman nods at you and says, "Thank you, thank you." The the mob leader says he doesn't know what they're not listening, and he storms off with only half of his people he came in with. The other half are still talking and come over to you and ask if you have any pamphlets or additional literature.
I just play like a very soothing, gentle tone.
Called the wall.
Tune. Yeah, just something that's very much to just bring emotions
Yannick
down.
is handing out Carahel pamphlets.
Yeah. You know,
Brought to you by the knowledge of Carahel.
and just now we gotta find a better way to do this. We're better than this.
What does it mean to be clear?
And while you're doing that, I'll be shaking hands with everybody and thanking them for, thank you for not escalating the situation. Nobody wins through violence.
Next election, Jericho Quintillions. Remember the name.
And Jericho, gain a hero point, please.
I got
Well done.
2 now.
All right. And the crowd is excited, and there are even 2 additional people that were kind of dragging their feet that go over and start asking the foreman about employment, helping out with the wall. And crisis averted, aside from the guy who's still squished underneath the rock, waiting for you guys to get off of it.
Yannick claps
Is there really a guy under my
No,
mouth?
no.
Jericho on the shoulder.
kept telling you.
Well done, friend.
I kept
Well
healing
done.
him, but the
You,
rock I can't do anything with.
You averted a crisis
Wait.
today.
Old school.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some more information from the foreman.
Okay, you go up to him.
Yeah. So, what has this happened before?
He says, yeah, it's happened before, but normally we don't have any guards coming to the rescue. We've
What?
asked for help many times, but your captain seems less than encouraged to help us.
Talk to the man.
Has he said why?
He has said that pretty much what that man said earlier. The captain's purview, his jurisdiction is just outside the walls and does not apply to the tents district here.
What is the purpose of the wall you're building? Again, is it to expand the city?
Yes.
To create new. So that seems very strange that we would be working to expand the city but not protecting it. I might have to have a word with the captain.
Well, if you can sway him to have more of you around here, preferably permanently attached, particularly at night. We've had some vandals coming in at least weekly, causing trouble.
Is it the same leader that was mouthing off? He's the same one that's been here before?
He's been here at least once before, and I bet some of his other cronies the weeks prior.
Do you know his name?
His name is Plen. Some sort of merchant in town.
Plen the Merchant.
Do you have any idea why Plem would feel so strongly about this?
No. I mean, we're providing work and growing the city itself. There's a ton of people out here, he gets a little more quiet, that are struggling to find work, and here now there's months of work ahead of us that will help the city. It seems to be a win-win.
All right. Well, thank you, friend.
Thank you.
I'm glad we could be of help.
Oh, technically. Okay, never mind.
There's some glares.
Well, I think we have a date with the Temple of Carahel, yes?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
See, that was fruitful. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You don't have to admit it, but you know it's true.
You're
You know, I just want to say that I think that you have amazing just instincts. That must come from your connection to your deity.
I do ask for guidance from Carahel, and when I am blessed
Why
enough,
doesn't
she
it work?
provides.
Why doesn't it work for Aguirre that way?
He's too busy crawling around on the floor doing other things, I suppose.
Yeah, Yannick's always on the lookout for middle-class
Aguirre
merchants
is-
looking to
yeah.
cause problems.
Aguirre is well guided by Carahel.
Ne'er-do-wells.
The champions of Carahel are known for their perceptive qualities. Gets them in and out of trouble rather quickly.
There's a song right there. I'm gonna write that down. In and out of trouble. In and
well. Let's
out.
Now, Temple of
let's
Carahel.
go find the temple.
Okay, you guys find the Temple of Carahel. You enter the city proper. The temple, again, is in a residential district. It is just a average, everyday home surrounded by other homes with the symbol of Carahel on the outside. As you knock upon the door and go in, you are greeted by the pleasant voice of
Priest Orion.
Priest Orion, an older gentleman with a monk robe bunched up around his neck, and he says, "What? I think we're closed. Oh, it's you."
Not to the seekers of the knowledge that we had mentioned before. The various scrolls that need to be returned to your care.
You have any leads?
I do. A satchel of them. Perhaps you will let us in. I can.
Come in, come in.
As we go in
You
and
there's 3. Oh, there's 4.
Five.
There's 5.
Five,
Yeah.
It's very crowded in here.
wait, he's leaving.
4.5, really. 4.5.
Emptying the satchel out onto the table.
6 big pieces of paper fall out.
These are all the scrolls that we have found. I believe all of the ones you are looking.
I'm reading them as they're laid on the table.
He takes a look and
Keep your
he's
filthy eyes off Carahel's knowledge.
They're neatly tied.
Everybody.
They're annoyingly tied.
he says, "This
You're
one."
wondering where the hell I found Pink Bow.
he
No, we're
says,
not.
These 3 I don't recognize. I could take these 2, but I don't need this one.
I grabbed those 3.
Okay,
The 3 that he doesn't recognize, I grabbed them.
very well. And he takes the other 3. These were the 3 that I had acquired.
You only took 2. Are you missing a third?
There's 6 pieces of paper there.
Very well then. As long as the collection is restored.
Thank you so much. This is very well done.
And you will not have any more trouble from the 2 who harassed you before.
That is also good news. May Carahel continue to praise you in your endeavors for her name. And I have heard word not just a few hours ago from a representative of Mayor Hale that apparently a messenger arrived and was healed out on the road by 2 members, priests of Carahel, and I believe that might have been you. One was described as devout and strong, the other as rugged and handsome.
No, it definitely was not these 2.
I believe both were referring to me.
Fine.
So, I mean, keeping us in the good graces of the mayor never does any harm, so keep up that good work. Keeping the man in charge happy is always a good thing.
We are just out doing Carahel's work. How have you been feeling since your incident, Priest Orion?
I've been feeling well, for sure, and received a message that might be of interest to you, that a portent from a spell from Edlin Home, the temple there, saying that there was a longer missive being physically delivered here, hopefully by tomorrow morning, for the 2 of you.
That is abnormal. I
Indeed.
would not expect those at
Such
Edlin
attention
Home
to be paid to us.
Yes. Such minor players.
How long would we figure this missive to take?
It'll be here by tomorrow morning. Is this
By tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did it say who's bringing the message?
No, I'm assuming some young acolyte, not a wanderer, as Acolyte Aguirre is, but someone delivering a trusted message.
Do we see you tomorrow then for the message? Will it be delivered to you?
It would come here, yes.
Are you all feeling all healthy and all healed up?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, no.
Interesting that it's a little bit of a reversal where the shortest person in the party wants to touch the priest and not the other way around.
I never said I wanted to touch you.
Can we take hero points away?
Priest Orion, sorry to ask you a strange question, but do you know of a Plen the Merchant?
I've heard the name, yes.
He was rabble rousing outside the town today, and just to want to make sure he doesn't cause any problems. So
Do you know what business he's in?
I don't know his business. I recall him being a really bad loser for town mayor the last 2 times running.
that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, we have a winner.
Putting the NIMBY merchants, got it.
Priest Royan, do you know what Gazmore might have been trying to do? We were able to disrupt a summoning ceremony that he was conducting with using all of these scrolls. What was his purpose? Can you discern that?
I can't tell. He said he wanted them. I said no. Next thing I know, there was a break-in, and I suspected the foul play, and you were able to get involved.
What is it about your scrolls that help with the summoning? Any idea? No? No idea. What
Not
this
your
is.
area of expertise, I take it.
No. My expertise is in prayer. And with that in mind, let us pray. And he holds out his hands for you all to touch and pray.
Yes.
All right.
Let us pray.
And prayer is done by one and all.
I stand with my hands behind my back.
Okay. And they pray. What are you doing over there, Bart?
I have to reach up this high to reach their hands.
Swing me!
I take away 1 hero point from the DM.
And he gives a prayer to Carahel about her infinite wisdom, and may she bless us all for our future insights to lead the way. And you guys all bow, say amen, apparently except for Galen. And he says, I wish you all well, and I will see you in the morrow.
Jericho's probably just awkward enough that when the priest finishes, Jericho is like right next and thinks it's his turn next. So Jericho starts praying. It's
out.
halfway between the priest, because Jericho is not religious at all. So it's halfway between the priest and something out of Talladega Nights, but just somewhere in between there. There's like sweet 9.5-pound baby Carahel.
So Yannick is like turns and goes, but doesn't let go of Jericho.
Right,
and just
just
like,
pulls him out.
It's
yeah.
appreciated, bro.
His heart's in the. Well, his heart's in the. Okay, he's trying. He just thinks he's supposed to.
You just got those hero points. Just saying.
What would you guys like to do?
What time is it?
It's morning time. Probably 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, who's got money for me? Did someone find some
Yeah,
money?
yeah, I have money
'cause
for
I would
everybody.
like some.
So everybody gets 2 gold and 9 silver,
Damn. Hey, I want to talk.
except for Yannick, who gets 1 extra silver for Carahel.
Oh, that is touching.
Look at you,
You said
go.
2 gold and 9 silver?
2 gold, 9 silver.
Too nice.
Look at you, go.
Hey,
Yeah, you guys don't know the freaking Ticketmaster service fees. Hemlock's taken out of the top. There's a rake.
And speaking of which, Yannick leaves the gold behind at the Temple of Carahel.
Oh, all right.
We'll never be able to eat at this rate.
It's been a couple of days since I've seen.
Well, hold on a second.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
left a gold.
Yeah.
Why staring at me, Orion?
that was for both of us.
Gary staring at him just puts 1 gold piece down.
Amazing.
Yannick
Clearly,
seems,
one of us is more.
Yannick seems pleased by the outcome, and
Drops another. It's a game of chicken. All right.
hey, Hemi. I remember you saying that there was something that you needed some money for.
I'm good now.
Are you
I need
good
to go.
now?
Is there a nickname being tossed I'm now aware of?
I need to go find
We're
a
old friends from
blacksmith.
Home. All right.
I need to fix this armor I'm wearing is no good, and it's
I
full
just-
of holes now.
I just kind of want to pull
you need to
Hemlock
find a
just
blacksmith,
aside.
you said?
Yeah.
I want to pull Hemlock just
Just so
aside,
happens I know
just
one.
a little bit.
Do you?
I do. Hold on. I need to find his name.
I have to find his contact information. It's in here somewhere. There's an
His
Apple
name's
Store.
Jonah. He's a local blacksmith. Good guy.
Well,
devoutful follower of
That's where
Carahel.
I'm headed. He's a follower of Carahel?
Well, I mean, he's not a priest, but yeah, he believes in Carahel.
Well, I'm gonna go find him. You wanna come along?
I do.
I'm going to stay here in case our missive arrives early. Carahel
What are you
may
expecting?
a message from.
I know, but what's the message?
Well, if I
Who
knew,
knows?
I
Who
would need
knows
the
you in
messenger.
Edlinholm?
No, we're asking like.
What's
do you have
that?
a- do you
Who
have a
knows you in
guess?
Edlinholm?
Well, the message is coming to Orient
No, I know from Edlinholm.
from Edlinholm.
So who knows you there?
There's
Almost
the
every
Temple of
scribe.
Carahel that we have both studied at.
Oh,
I believe they all know that we're here. It's
very
just
good.
odd for them to send a missive for us.
I'm gonna try to just subtly pull Hemlock just a little bit aside. I know you were talking earlier that some of your stuff is a little spendy.
Well, I need to build.
If you
I
need,
need to build a
something-
partner to old Thunderbolt here.
I know, and I still am owed some time learning how. But
You are. Let's do that this afternoon.
I, if you are in need of funds, you let me know.
I will.
All right,
Thank you
all right.
very much.
Well, we're old friends
Yeah.
for like a week. So
Yes.
He's a fast friend.
So yeah. Hemlock wants to go off to find the blacksmith.
All right, and Yannick's going with him?
Yeah, Yannick is actually probably leading since he's
Okay.
taking him to somebody he knows, Jonah the blacksmith.
Okay, Galen, what are you up to?
It's been a while since I've seen Amaryl. I need to go check in with the wife. But
Okay.
before I do that, I have this bolt of silk that I got from. Give me a moment. I'll
the
tell you.
gangster.
The gangster, yeah.
Kohler.
Kohler, thank you. And I'd like to take that to a dressmaker to have something made for her. So
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I will
Before
go.
you go, though,
Yeah.
you had snatched away some of the scrolls. If you were going
What?
to tend
What
to
are you
your,
talking about?
if you're going to tend to other things, I have a keen eye. If you're going to tend to that, I can look into those scrolls and see what is actually.
Why don't you come with me? It's going to be a while before the messenger comes. We can look at the scrolls together.
Carahel may act swiftly in this turn. I should stay near the temple.
I cannot part with the scrolls. So I'm gonna look at the scrolls before I head out. I just need to know what's on them.
So it's magic and mystery before wife. Okay. See how it goes.
There's a lot of guilt before you get out of the temple.
Oh my goodness!
That was a test, and you failed.
This is why I hate religion.
I am your wife.
All right. Well, I'm definitely not going with that.
Say a
route.
girl's name.
Come with us. Come with us, Jericho.
I'll go the blacksmith.
Okay.
Along with.
It'll take you about 30 minutes to go over these scrolls. All right, so Galen, as you're spending that time, you are able to identify 2 of the 3. There. Nope. Where did it go? It is.
I am also, if this matters, trained as well in aiding him in his discoveries, if that helps.
No, but you can do it separately.
I could do it
as a
separately?
separate thing because you only get one roll per level is what we normally do. You have found no, because you already looked at one before. So you have found totally wrong.
Yeah.
You found a scroll of air bubble.
Oh wait, I did find the scroll of command, but was that one of?
That was one of
The priests.
Carahel's.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, so scroll of bubble,
Air bubble.
air bubble.
Air bubble.
And I'm guessing that creates a bubble of air.
Bubble of air. Around.
It's fireball.
Force barrage.
Air bubble is a reaction, so you can do it really fast within 60 feet, and it lasts a minute to give someone breathable air, and it stays around their head.
Okay.
How's that work if you're reading it from a scroll? Or do you take it into your memory?
You still use the actions or whatever it would take. So you'd have to have it in your hand, and then use a reaction, and then you're ready to go.
Side note: interesting thing
you
about my
have to
class is
learn.
that I can hold my implement and a scroll in the same.
sounds cumbersome.
It does, but it works.
The other thing you're able to identify is there were 5 scrolls, but 6 pieces of paper. You identify one of them as not a scroll. There was a note crammed into the satchel that it came out when he dumped it. And the note reads as follows.
Inspected by number 13.
The note reads as follows. There's a paper here with a map of a small section you recognize as a neighborhood in Tabonry, so a crude little drawing. The drawing of a building with a red door is circled, and in crude handwriting is a message that reads, "Sorry, boss, old wizard not selling to Popper. We gotta steal or kill to get his scrolls."
Okay. Hey, Gary, I think after we run some errands and check in with some folks, maybe we might want to pay this old wizard a visit, see if he's missing some items.
Does the temple have a red door?
No.
It might be worth looking into. Can't have errant magic running about in improper hands.
Are you calling me errant?
Not at all.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, so are you able to identify any of the scrolls?
Oh, yeah.
The one that I wasn't
there was
able
one
to?
left. Making a
Yeah.
roll. What is your... this is going to be Arcana or Occult.
They're both the same. Trained in each.
What's the modifier?
6 in each.
Jesus
Yeah, that's why I
Christ.
wanted him to roll earlier.
Yeah. A
I am a
master.
librarian and a teacher.
You are able to identify the other scroll as a scroll of tether. And
It creates a big yellow
Not-
ball
Yeah,
attached
really.
to a post.
scroll of tether. Where is it at? There it is. Scroll of Tether, it is 2 actions, 1 creature within 30 feet. They get a chance to avoid it, and it's a sustained spell. And if they succeed, they have -5 to their speed if they're within 30 feet of you, so it's slightly gummy. That's if they succeed. If they fail, they're -10 to their speed, and they can't move more than 30 feet until they can try and break out of it physically.
But they can move closer to you, but
Yeah,
not
it's
further
you
away.
keeping them within,
Got it.
trying to restrict them from going outside of 30 feet.
That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Also a good one for Galen as well. Just with your...
Gary reviews the spell called Air Bubble and finds it's actually Hair Bubble. There's misspelling, maybe.
It's a beehive.
All right. We also had some folks that were heading to the blacksmith.
What's the name again?
Jonah?
Blacksmith. You can hear the blacksmith hammering away from some distance, and you approach Jonah's smithy. As you walk in, you see there is a older, gray-haired guy with thick beard, almost braided hair on the coming out the back. Big, huge, muscular arms, though, and he stops with his big apron on and turns around as he sees you guys entering, and a big smile goes across his face when he sees Yannick come in, and he kind of looks like a muscular Blacksmithing Big Lebowski type vibe is what he looks like. But he doesn't act like it, because he, although he abides, he acts a little bit differently.
The blacksmith abides. I like that.
Jonah, you son of a bitch!
And he says, Yannick,
It's nice to see you again.
wonderful to see you. And he comes over and brushes off his apron and then gives you a big hug.
Yep. Return the big hug, and this is my friend Hemlock.
Oh,
Hello,
Nice.
sir.
have we met before?
Do not believe so.
Oh, well, good to meet you. And he holds out a hand.
I shake it.
And he pulls you in with a hand for a half hug.
Did I mention he likes hugs?
That's fine.
And
Like
then,
some other people.
and was there someone else that was there as well? The bard?
No.
No.
Are you there?
Make a
Yeah.
constitution.
Ah, of course.
The party
yes.
regards him. You're there. Okay.
I duck out from behind.
The short
Hemlock.
one here is Jericho.
Oh, all right. And he
Quintillion
gives you 2 pats on the head.
Something.
And I just go up and give him a big hug right around his waist.
Oh.
That's nice.
It's not great when it comes back.
I love how every single character that Tom plays hates gnomes. It's I don't think I've ever met a non-gnome NPC that liked gnomes.
All right.
He says, well, let's see what we have then, because I know why you're here. And he starts eyeing up and down and touching your shield and looking at your scabbard. What's the problem today?
Actually, Hemlock was the one that wanted to come see a blacksmith, and I told him that I knew one.
I take off my padded armor, and like there's holes just like it's Swiss cheese. I'm like, I think I need to upgrade. I'm ready to upgrade this armor.
Oh, all right. And what are you looking for?
So, something on a medium range that can protect me a little bit.
Full plate mail.
He takes a look at his armor list.
Big steel hamster ball.
Yeah,
You said medium?
I believe so.
And
yeah.
what are you wearing right now? Padded?
Padded.
Padded is light, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is your dexterity modifier?
4.
With a 4, you want to likely stay in that range, possibly. Let's see, hold on. Padded is 1 armor class and allows you to use up to 3 of your dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's giving you 4 plus 1 plus 2 for proficiency, so you should have an armor class of 17 by my math?
16.
16.
Because it's only letting you use 3 of your decks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Four,
So,
yeah.
but the 3, but the 1 from the armor class should be then 4. Level 1 is 5 plus 2.
Where are you getting the other plus 2?
He's trained in it.
Oh.
Trying to figure out why that would be the case. Let's take a look here. We'll figure this out.
Maybe level doesn't apply to it.
I remember when we were creating the character, like leather armor was at least 1 or 2 more AC.
You are Hemlock.
Yes, you are.
Bringing you up in Hero Lab, a non-official sponsor of the Bards, but we do use their software. And looking at build and gear, armor, I show your armor class is 17.
Not according to the sheet in front of me.
Should be 17.
Okay.
There you go. That's not got you dropped multiple times. I show
ruin your streak.
Every plus 1 matters.
I show 17, 16 hit points. Saves are plus 5, plus 9, and plus 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, that was your HP.
That was my HP. I'm dumb. You're right. It is 17.
Okay.
What would
Jesus Christ.
what would leather armor bring me up to?
Okay, so that was padded. Leather gets you in at 1 additional armor class as long as your strength is 10 or higher.
Yep.
And then that's still light armor. Then you can go to medium, and then you're looking at hide armor for an example. What's your strength?
Plus 1.
What's the number? 12?
Oh,
12 or
We don't have the
13.
numbers.
we don't
Oh,
have
so yeah,
numbers.
you don't have enough. So plus 1 would be essentially 12. Medium armor starts to become a problem for you then. You want to stick with light because then you
Okay.
could still wear it, but then your move speed's going to go down by 5 feet.
Oh.
So leather armor would be good. That would give you a plus 1 additional armor class.
What about studded leather?
Studded leather?
Stud.
You need 12 strength, and that would give you. But the dex cap goes down. That's still just plus 1 more armor class.
Okay.
You're very nimble. You don't need.
Let's do leather armor then.
All right, leather armor. He will take in the trade of your padded for leather. That is 1.8 gold is the difference.
Done.
That's a nice upgrade.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you should now have an 18 AC.
So
Quick question.
potent rune. Can it go into armor?
No, that would be an armor.
On armor.
Armor.
Okay.
It's a weapon potency rune, I believe. There's an armor, something like that. There's like equivalent
Yeah.
for armor, but it's a separate thing.
I got you.
So Jonah, I know you like to keep your ear on the trade. We've heard some things are stirring with the toadies.
He says, I've heard the same thing.
What do you think's going on?
I don't know. I've had someone drop by a few weeks ago saying he could handle some shipments coming in through the river with going around the normal bargemen. And I told him I wanted nothing to do with that. Toadies have always taken care of the trade here. Definitely a monopoly, but they don't seem to abuse things, and I'm not quite sure why things are being stirred up. I mentioned that if a deal could be made, I would be fine if it was over land for some things I don't need in a speedy way, say from the city of Mirskan, but he said it had to be by water only. That's all they were really interested in.
Seems a bit peculiar.
It did.
Trying to get in on the toady business.
I've been getting a sense that the great positive change that's been growing with Tabonry over the past couple decades, we're reaching some growing pains right about now. And I don't know if we're all in the right direction or if we're all in the right space or perhaps led by the right person to be growing into the city that we have become.
Yeah.
Certain things, certain groups are kind of lagging behind, and that creates pains in the city.
Yeah, we ran into Plen the Merchant, rabble-rousing about the new wall going up outside.
Yeah, he's got some good things going on there.
Does he?
Well, I mean, he wants to keep the city, still flourishing. We've got to be careful with all the immigrants outside.
Well, the refugees, don't forget.
Of course.
From the war and citizens of Canterbury. And I'm sure with the right leader, we could make them be valuable members of our city.
Jericho's are like,
Vote Jericho. I made these pins.
They're just looking for a better life, looking not to get killed. Can't blame them.
I can't blame them either, but what if 2 more blacksmiths sprout out outside there? I already have 1 competition here in town. Now it'd be 3.
Well, you're the best blacksmith, so I'm sure you won't have any problems.
Well, I appreciate it. And how's your gear holding up? What can I do here for you?
Take a look over my shield if you'd like. It's taken a bang or 2 since I saw you last.
He takes a look at it and says, yes, I can hammer this out by tomorrow morning.
That sounds good, thank you.
Great. And he takes it.
Can I have a loaner shield?
rent. Can I rent a shield?
I already feel a little
Just
naked.
it's just overnight.
I know, it's uncomfortable right now. It's
Kingdoms fall in less time.
I
become
doubt you're going to run into Plem again.
it's
You
become
can just use the bag.
fine. I guess I will go without a shield. Nothing bad's ever happened from something like that.
And I think this finishes fitting you, my good sir, with the armor on Hemlock.
Thank you very much.
May it serve you well, and I hope you don't come back with any repairs or a friend brings it back to sell with you not in it anymore.
Oh, how much would
possible.
it sell for? Just
2
Never
gold
mind, never mind.
in perfect condition, but if it comes back without him, I'm guessing it's not going to be perfect condition.
could be a headshot.
He grimaces.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. Next time I need an upgrade, I know where to come.
Very well. Well, good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.
You'll see me tomorrow.
You guys head out, and we'll go ahead and take our break there, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, what would you guys like to do after you've left the blacksmith? Anyone else want to do anything?
He
Yes.
just did not offer me anything. He sold you armor.
Do you need something, Jericho?
I'm just offended that he never even asked.
I had to ask for the armor.
I've got armor and I've got a rapier, and he just never even.
You were kind of standing behind the table there. Maybe he didn't see you.
I'm offended. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't like your friend.
Do you want to write a song about it or something?
Oh God, that's a little. You want to be offended?
It is halfway done.
We'll talk about it. Well, here goes.
Yes, Hemlock would like to go see Sylvia Copperthorne somewhere in the city works.
Jonah's we're racist shop.
And Yannick's still tagging along with Hemlock.
Okay.
Yeah. And I assume probably Jericho the Offended as well.
All right, so Hemlock's going after to go see a friend of his. What about you other two? The priest is still doing priestly things. Anything with Galen?
Yeah, so having deciphered the scrolls, I am now going to go find a tailor dressmaker shop to turn that bolt of silk into a dress for Amaryl.
Okay.
And while I'm out and about doing that, I'm just going to keep an eye open for Limble. Not just if I run into him, I'm going to ask him if there's anything shaken in town since the last time we talked.
All right. Limble has nothing special to share, but 6 silver pieces will net you a nice dress in a couple days from a seamstress in town.
Great. I'm happy to pay that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go check in with Amaryl, see how the shop is going.
All right. You check in with your wife. She is currently in her grocery shop attending to some customers. It's a small place located right next to your home, underneath your home, I believe. It's heavily oriented towards, and it's going to sound lame, it's like a Whole Foods of the fantasy world. So there's like special little herbs hanging from little baskets in different spots, a lot of light that comes in, and she charges a little more than most people. She's owned by Amazon, so it's a really nice place. And after attending to the customer, and she smiles as she sees you out of the corner of her eye, and then she says, anything else that I help you with? No, go ahead and take a look. And then she comes over and throws her arms around you. You're back.
Yes. Yeah, it was a very interesting adventure. Everything's safe. Everybody's great. Everything's fine. Nothing really happened. Check out my sword, though. And I'm showing the sword with the rune. I got a rune in my sword. Isn't that cool? Oh my god! I'd never had a rune in my sword before.
Where did you get that?
There was a guy. He was doing a thing.
How much did it cost?
No. I did this. I did this. I put this in here.
Oh.
I know, right? That's pretty cool, right? You're impressed, aren't you? You're impressed?
It continues the bedazzling career you've been building over all these years.
Yes. Yeah. By the way, we need a little conversation. I keep getting pulled into these very meaningful.
What are you trying to tell me?
I just
Relationships.
there's.
What's her name?
I don't know. I almost feel like
Let's sit down for a second here. She nervously sits down at a table.
the shop is going well, and
And you're great.
It's not you.
Need a new adventure. Less holistic,
feel like
more sadistic.
feel like I can make a difference.
Can that be a showtime over with?
Writing it down right now.
How would you feel about me quitting the guard?
You quitting the guard, but that's been your dream for so long, and you finally attained it, and you said you were going to keep going and maybe become a lieutenant and then grow from there.
You know, and I felt that way, and I felt like I was making a difference, and it mattered, and what I was doing mattered, but my eyes have been open to new ways to help people, and I feel like I might be getting called in a different direction.
Well, Galen, I'll support you, you know that, but at the same time, that makes me a little nervous to hear, as we've put so much effort here into the store. We've made roots. So what are you talking about?
Well, here, and
She looks sick to her stomach right now.
I open up my pouch and I pour out 6 gold and 8 silver into her hands.
Where did you get this?
This came from going out into the world with my friends and hoping to, solve people's
Thieves?
problems.
Are you thieving?
No, we're not thieving. We're not stealing things. No, it's all above board. We only had to kill like 4 or 5 orcs or something. It wasn't no big deal, really.
You killed for this?
No, oh, well, not for this. I killed adjacent to this.
His first mistake was showing up to the house.
It's murder adjacent.
Murder adjacent.
It wasn't premeditated. I didn't. No,
It's for a really good reason, I swear.
there are things going on in this city that people need help with, and in ways that I can't help as a member of the guard. I don't know that we need to make this decision now, but it's something I'm thinking about.
So what do you want to... Are you an assassin?
If I was, I couldn't tell you. But no, just I feel like finding ways to help people. Have you remember that play we saw last year called The Equalizer? Kind of like that. That guy was really cool. I want to do that.
The one with the white guy or the black guy?
Whichever troop was, we've seen a couple versions of it, right? Yeah, I feel like I want to kind of do something more private like that.
What does that mean for what we're doing here in Tabonry?
Well, we it doesn't mean anything for that for now. It just, it would be shifting my efforts into being more, not working for the guard, but working, finding people who need help in the town and getting paid by them to help solve problems. And, we keep the store running. I'm committed to that. I want to help that succeed.
I'm so confused. Again, I want you to feel supported. You supported me so much in setting this all up, and we put so much money into this place. I just don't understand what it is that you're wanting to do, that the guard isn't enough, and I still don't know where you got this money from.
We took out some bad people.
Who's we?
All the friends you met the other night for dinner.
I need to be paying more attention to these friends of yours.
They're good people. There's
good murderers.
There's 2, priests or warriors of Carahel. There's a wonderful bard. There's a weird rat that shoves things in his mouth.
Oh yes.
And then obviously there's the scary person who obviously has a very dark soul and likes to shoot things, and that worries me a little bit. But I promise, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So who's paying you in this job?
Well, I mean,
what are the hours
I haven't figured this all out yet.
Are there benefits?
You
I don't
can't
get
lose your
benefits right
Tabonry
now.
dental.
Is little Billy still going to be able to go to the same school?
But this money that I just showed you, like, this is more than I've made in the last. How long does it take to earn that? Being a member of the guard.
That's a couple of 2 months, let's say.
In the last couple of days, I've made more than I made in the last 2 months.
It's not about the money. The
I
money
mean, it's kind of about the money.
The money is great, but this seems sometimes. How do I describe this? You sometimes get excited about things.
Did you see my sword? It was really cool.
Do you remember the cat? Yes, and you were going to take care of it for a long time, and you were so excited. You've always wanted a cat.
I thought that was your cat.
No. And we no longer have a cat. And you know
I
why.
was wondering where that.
But you were so excited about the cat.
Oh.
Now you seem so excited about this job. Do you remember when you were excited to try and do juggling for a year?
I can still kind of juggle a little bit.
Yeah, but
like here, and he picks up 3 oranges off the thing and just starts like. Actually, can I make a check to see how well I juggle?
And it was going to be a whole new life and a whole new way and bring joy to the people around you.
Well, I mean, it still does. I get joy when I juggle, right? It's about pursuing your passions, your dreams.
Does this mean no more late night guard duty and you'll be home more regularly?
It definitely means no more late night guard duty.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that I am fully supportive of.
Excellent. I'm so glad we had this conversation. And I walk out the front door.
So weird.
I'm glad you're basing your relationship off lies. That's
I said nothing untruthful.
We have fans on chat saying this is very painful to hear.
Yes, this is all too real.
Yes. All right. You leave. She's left holding coins and wondering what the hell just happened.
I think my husband quit his job and is gonna.
I love
really
Lauren.
wish
Lauren
you-
gets his first family interaction with Tom.
The real interesting question for me is, does Lauren's character sheet now say he has 0 gold and 0 silver?
It does. It does. Yes, I just
That's
tried to buy my
0
way out of that
balls.
situation. Yeah.
No, he has them. They're just on the case.
They're on the case.
They're on the equipment sheet of a different character.
Yes.
the little danglies on the back of a pickup truck. That's his wife's
Yes.
necklace.
I need to go. I need to ask for my allowance.
Honey, I'm broke.
All right, your sword away
Hemlock,
from
at least
you.
we have our own money. Don't give it to gods or wives.
Do.
All
I
right.
should have waited to have that conversation and when I had the dress.
when you were alone and not.
What was I thinking?
Hemlock, you
Is
arrive.
the dress for you or for her?
Hemlock, you arrive at a generic-looking stone square structure. You are joined by Yannick and Jericho at the structure. There's a big metal door out the side of it, and you know this descends down into a workshop connected to the sewers of the city itself, where a contact of yours is known to be. Knocking upon the door, you hear a metal latch open, and the door squeaks open, and inside you see a gnome woman with some big
Ooh.
goggles on her eyes, and she looks up and she says, "Oh, Hemlock! You!
How are you, Sylvia?
It's been too long. Come in.
Yes. Are my friends welcome?
Of course, especially you."
How you doing?
She says, "Oh, good." Then she gets gnome racist. Come in. And she closes the door behind you. Well, you're welcome here. It's cozy. Don't mind the smell too much.
I love the smell.
And you walk down some metal steps down into a workshop adjacent to a sewer. You know there's another door off of this workshop you do not want to open and go down. She's got some workbenches there, drawers, tools out. She's doing some hammering herself on some gears that she's working on some project. And she says, "What brings you here?"
Well, I wanted to see how your ammo supplies were doing. See if I could stock up.
Absolutely.
I've ran through a few rounds lately. All in good health.
And she walks over and starts getting out a metal lockbox, and she calls out to the bard in the group, Jericho. She says, "Well, I'd like to mess around a little bit and make things, and your friend Hemlock has been helpful to me in the past, so we have a bit of an arrangement." She pulls out this lockbox.
You need help?
Yes, carry it up there.
Yeah.
And she flips open the latch and opens it up, and inside are a ton of rounds for your weapons.
Do you help him with his blast things that he uses?
Caught a gun. It's a gun.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yes.
Oh, I thought you called it something different.
She says, well, I made that very one.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. He and I were talking just very recently. He needs a second.
Yeah, she knows.
I'm just saying, I have devoted myself to our friendship and companionship. What's it going to cost to get that second one for him?
Well, we got to ease into it.
I just
You're
did.
being very forward.
It's a no.
Is that how no?
It's a no
She
thing.
gonna ring?
She says these
like my gun
take
talk.
quite a
Sexy.
quite a bit of work, really. Some expensive materials, but a lot of work, and it would cost quite a pretty penny, I'm afraid.
More or less than 1,000 gold.
Less.
Okay, then we're fine. So let's just talk numbers then.
Then this would be 12 gold for a duplicate of what he has.
If she were smart, she should have said 1,000.
999.
All right.
I'm not quite there yet, Sylvia.
Well,
but I did want to get some ammo and then talk to you and see if there's any materials that you specifically will need for this matching to make the matching arm.
There are no materials I need for the matching arm, but I do have these that I could use some additional materials for. She actually digs through this massive box of ammo, and you pay her money to replenish your supplies, but that's in an incidental upkeep money. You don't have to pay straight out of your cash. Part of upkeep. But she digs through and brings out 5 special bullets. She says these fire a little bit more keenly than the usual ones, and they require this type of phosphorus that's challenging for me to come by. These, though, are more expensive by far than your normal rounds. Each of these are 2 silver per bullet. If you can help me provide the phosphorus, I could cut that price in half.
Where could I find what's the name of the phosphorus?
It's just a red phosphorus is what I buy it as, and I can't.
Where
find
do you
any
get
now.
it from?
I have a supplier, and he says he doesn't have any, and doesn't know when to get any in next.
Okay, I will be on the lookout for red phosphorus. As far as these 5 go, can I take these off of you right now?
She says, "Yeah, they're 2 silver each."
I give her a gold.
Are you sure? Make sure these are +1 to hit bullets that you can choose whether or not to load whenever you do a reload action.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So how long does it take to make one of these firearms?
She says, well, I've got one that's about 3/4 of the way through production for someone else who says he's kind of interested, but...
Who's that? Who else is buying these rounds?
There's some sort of showman in town who's trying to show off with the firearms. He wants to create some sort of play or something. I'm not quite sure.
Huh.
But he has not put any down payment down, and I would trust you more than him.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes. That makes sense. He's very trustworthy.
And either of you two interested in purchasing a firearm?
I am okay.
Oh, I might be. He's I've been told by Hemlock that at some point he's gonna teach me just the rudiments.
I
of
told
how
you
to-
this afternoon
how
we're
to-
gonna
how to
go
use
out
the weapon.
and we got some extra ammo that Sylvia has supplied us here, and
Sylvia, that is a beautiful name, though.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
I don't get a lot of compliments down here in the sewer.
well, you should.
She smiles at you through her beady Force Awakens goggles.
She doesn't blink at the
Absolutely.
same time.
Maz
Yeah,
katana. Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
so well, I'm halfway to affording the next pistol, so hopefully I'll be back shortly.
Fantastic.
In the meantime, other than the red phosphorus, is there anything else you need?
Ah! No,
What's
I
going
told
on?
you. You helped me out before. She goes and pulls out. She said, I can have this ready in about 8 hours, and then you can owe me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I give her everything else I have.
That's 6 gold.
5 gold, 8 silver.
So not quite 6.
Not quite.
Do you want one of these bullets?
Yeah. She says, all right, then you give me the rest as soon as you can, and I'll have this one ready for you.
Wow. This, Sylvia, you are already one of the most respected people I know, and now you are...
2 compliments in the sewer today.
Oh, that's the second firearm already. How fast will you have that ready?
I can have it ready before I go to bed tonight. I have other projects, but they can wait.
I'll pick it up in the morning. Don't rush.
And is there a name I'm putting carving into this one?
Lightning.
Lightning. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Then we'll see you in the morning.
Holy balls. That was unexpected.
And I hope to see you too, she says, at Yannick.
Your place stinks. I'm kidding. I don't say that.
All right, you guys head out. Meanwhile, what does Dash want to do in the town of Tabonry?
Can I say real quick
Yes.
that as the tall people are heading up, I'm going to just do the briefest as they're walking up, starting to just kind of talk with her just a little bit, like, it has been a true pleasure to meet you. And then as they walk up, I'm going to hand her 7 gold and 3 silver. That's to cover more of the rest of Lightning there.
She says,
my
oh,
friend.
is this kind of a little bit of a secret?
Well, I told him I'd help.
You are truly a gentleman. What was your name again?
My name is Jericho Quintillions, and you can call me anytime.
How does that work in our medieval society?
It's the message spell.
You can message spell me anytime.
You just call upon me anytime. I'm down. I'll tell her where my room is, and you just come call upon me any old time.
Your mom's place. Got it.
My mom's on tour.
She takes it and says, I'll keep it a secret.
Okay.
All right, Dash, what would you like to do? Anything in particular you're up for here in the city of Tabonry?
Yeah, so I'm not tied up anymore. Just need to make sure that I'm on the right page of my notes.
Does Dash know he's missing the tip of his tail?
No. No, Dash, you were in the city of
Write that down.
Tabonry.
Write that down.
You have some coin. How much coin?
2 gold, 9 silver.
Fantastic.
We saved. We put aside for you.
Well, I appreciate
You've been with us the whole time.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We looted. We
Just
just looted.
uncharacteristically quiet.
The only thing that I would be checking in on would be to make sure that the other Yosoki in town are also meeting their needs.
Oh.
So I'm checking in with the friends that I know of outside of Pegs. I'm checking in with the friends I know of outside the gates. And I'm checking in with the friends I know by the docks.
Okay. There is a contingent of them outside the wall in the area known as the tents that are struggling to get any reasonable quality amount of food their way. It's all old rations and crappy bread, hand-me-downs, not quite garbage, but not great stuff. How could you help them out with that?
If this is the same arrangement I probably would have worked out before, I would use a gold that I have to purchase new rations and have them delivered.
Caven's Food Kitchen?
All right.
It's a very popular place that I heard of on the other side of the world, but they try to do something different here.
They're
It's
franchising.
It's the Mud Bowl, I think.
Brought to you by DoorDash.
All right, you buy some quality rations for that's fantastic and gain a hero point.
Ooh.
You now have 2 as we only have 1 starting out.
Well, all sorts of things are new on my character sheets. Thank you.
All right, anything else? Otherwise, you guys were moving forward to the next day, I believe. It is the next day. During that day, a gun is acquired, and she Sylvia says, "Here you go. It has lightning right there. I've tested it a couple times. It seems to fire straight and true. And the cost has been taken care of."
What? You can't do that. What? What do you mean taken care of?
All I can say is you have a mysterious benefactor.
Was it the little guy?
Yes.
Oh.
But that's all I can
He was
say.
kind of sweet on you.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Ew. I mean, that's nice.
I don't know him that way.
That's fine.
Don't know.
I don't blame you.
Yet.
But just,
Once you go
that's
gnome,
great. Well, keep me in mind with anything else that you happen upon.
Okay.
And I will, next time I see you, I hope to have a pack full of red phosphorus.
Great. Well, fire straight and true.
Thank you.
And then in the morning, you were waiting for a message. A message is delivered late in the morning to the Temple of Carahel in the city, and it is addressed to the champion and priest. It reads as follows. I'm assuming Yannick is there.
yes.
It reads, and it's wrapped up with the seal of Carahel. You break the seal and read the message. And it's written beautifully because it came straight from the amazing written archives up to Carahel and Edlin home. Dear Yannick and Acolyte Aguirre, I hope your travels to Tabonry have been uneventful and that this message finds you in her good graces. The temple has need of your diplomatic skills. A priest visiting Tabonry last year reported some old ruins in the middle of the Cobblefield Plaza in the center of the city. He believes these would be a good site to build a new temple to Carahel and Tabonry, as we have outgrown the current space there. Please see if this old space could be refurbished and constructed upon to be a new symbol of the light Carahel can bring to Tabonry. Speak with Mayor Hale about the city donating the space to Tabonry for the greater good. Send a message back when there is official documentation signed giving us access to the property. There is not much money we can put towards this at this time, so we hope for the best. Signed, High Priest Morag, Temple of Carahel, Edlin home.
I got good graces.
Cobblefield Plaza, good site to build a temple. Speak with Mayor Hale. Signed, High Priest Morag.
Did you not get much sleep last night?
I am just no diplomat, and the high priest knows that.
You and I both. Again, a puzzling situation. Not a single diplomat among us has to do something vitally important.
Well,
How'd you get here?
This is a private meeting.
wasn't my intent to sneak up on you.
No, it's just these guys right now at the temple.
So, I'm concerned. I do not know how to proceed in this.
Well,
I am of the 6th Circle, and you're the champion of Garo.
I suppose we will have to become administrators of some sort.
Suppose any number of duties befall us. How do we go about getting to how to get to Mayor Hale?
Well, let us maybe speak with Galen, as he has worked with the city before.
Rumor has he's given up that job.
I don't know if his wife is going to allow that to happen. She seems pretty committed to keeping him working regular hours.
Talking to Galen may be the best idea then. Can
And
think of
figure out who's responsible for donating plazas here in the city of Tabonry.
again likely to fall on the mayor's shoulders.
Yes.
The money is a question. The diplomacy is another.
Well, it looks like we're looking for a donation. If you know what I mean. Cracks knuckles.
Gary looks into the tithing tray. Not enough there, I assume. All right.
There's 2 gold in there. 1 from each of you.
No, there's one.
Above Galen's grocer grocery is the home of Galen and Amaryl. It is morning time. You are getting ready to meet your friends at Peg's Tavern not too far away. And as you are heading out, biting into some delicious fresh fruit, Amaryl comes from the store down below where she's already attending to customers in the morning. And she says, Galen, I don't want things to be weird. Yesterday seemed a little weird. I want you to feel supported, but it's just seemed to come out of nowhere, and I was just caught off guard.
Maybe I've just been having so much fun, and my eyes been opened up recently. Maybe I'm being rash.
Bang, bang on your door, rapping upon it.
Let's continue this. We'll come back.
All right, I've got people downstairs.
Yep.
She scurries down.
But before you go, can I have my allowance? Just a couple of gold.
She's gone.
I go to the coffee can or the little jar where we keep a little bit of and take out just a couple of gold.
There's nothing there.
What have I done?
Welcome to the poor club.
At least you got something for it. Who's knocking at the door?
You open the door, and standing in the door is
Divorced Dad Squad.
is a heavily armored and decorated man you know by the name of Captain Vayner. He stands there looking around the neighborhood casually, not paying attention to you at the open door at all, slightly twirling his mustache to a point. And he finally deems it necessary to look at you in the doorway, and he says, Galen!
Welcome, Captain.
So you are here.
What's the purpose of the visit to my home?
Well, according to your lieutenant, you failed to report for duty the last 2 duty sessions.
I could have sworn I had those days off.
Do we seem to have a problem, Galen?
No. All good. I'll happy to report to my next duty session, Captain. My sincere apologies.
Then you would be making one up tonight.
Okay. Where? What's the
sundown to sunrise? At the North Dock. It's one of the worst gigs there is.
The North Dock. The where.
He leans
a
in.
lot of trouble at the North Dock.
He's taller than you, and leans in over you and says, "I'm beginning to think that we do have a problem, Galen."
Oh no! The North Dock is absolutely fine, Captain.
You know, it took some swaying for me to agree to allow you into the guard, and we take care of our own. And you've been welcomed and treated well and given great responsibility. And I'm not feeling you're taking that responsibility to heart.
I absolutely appreciate it. Everything you've done for me. I will be there sun down to sunrise tonight.
Very well. I will be checking in to make sure that is the case, and I'm sure we will see a dramatic increase in your loyalty to the city.
Oh, loyal to a fault, sir.
And he walks away without further word.
Shit. Oh.
Woo! Chris is enjoying this too much.
Oh. All right. Oh gosh. I guess I should go find the rest of the guys and
all right.
No.
See if you can make somebody else mad today.
Yeah.
You go find the rest of your friends.
What do you mean you have to work tonight?
We have a game, man.
I've got a job.
You promised.
It's a big game.
Get off my back.
We're going to Top Golf.
We're gonna play Call of Duty.
You are at.
We can only get together so often.
Dick, man.
You are at Peg's Tavern, and you are there with your non-priestly friends. So Dash and Hemlock and Jericho are waiting for you. The place is hopping a bit, even in the morning, as it is a day off of work for most. There are already some people that are drinking. There's a little celebration of 4 people celebrating some sort of birthday or something like that. It's a little crowded in Peg's Tavern. Again, it's a 2-story affair with a balcony that circles above and looks down on the bar. And there's the old big, huge wooden post on one side. There's a bunch of job and adventure postings. There's a person who is doing some juggling as entertainment in the morning. Some young juggler who's trying to keep everyone's attention, and people are kind of enjoying it. So it's kind of a late night vibe, but happening at like 9 in the morning.
I'm really into the juggling.
Okay. He walks in with important news and is distracted. What would you guys like to do and or say?
Check out the job board.
Hemlock goes over to the job board. There are 2 posts nailed into this old board. You can see there have been jobs that have been posted there many, many times. Some still have nails and little bits of some sort of quest from years ago. There are 2 posts. One reads, "The people of Tabonry need your help!" Exclamation point. The new wall construction needs brave men and women to help secure important resources that will ensure the completion of the project. Courageous souls should speak with Tynor at the wall construction site for information on how you can make a difference that will last for generations. There's another post almost covering it that reads, "Determined heroes wanted. Tabonry faces its greatest danger, the waste of money and resources and the wall being poorly constructed. Resolute heroes who want to make a difference and ensure Tabonry continues to grow strong should mention this post at Plen's General Store. Strong blades and stout hearts are the only requirement."
That's trouble brewing.
And another note that says, "Learn Gnomish." Little tears off.
I was actually thinking if there's the
Learn to
jugglers
play
up
the
there,
lute.
I would probably just go sidle up kind of near him and just try to play some music that would go with his juggling. Just to
Yeah,
help
but you're
him
like
out.
a weird 7/8 beat that's throwing him off.
No. No, I'm going to try to assist.
All right. Okay. You're helping out.
Yannick, your friend, seemed to like the ideas of this plan.
He's
Certainly didn't seem like the right way to go about things when we were outside the wall. yesterday.
no. And I think Jonah's a good man, but he's looking at it from the lens of a merchant who's seeing the refugees coming in and
How are more people in the city going to be a bad thing for a merchant?
because a lot of those people are destitute and have nothing, and it takes resources to take care of them. I agree. I'm just saying that is how Jonah feels, not that is the reality. I think that with the right motivation and the right circumstances, these people can become very productive and contributing members of Tabonry, and I'm seeing this tension between the city and the refugees growing.
A lot of tension in the city right now.
Yeah.
I'm sidled up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And these people like Plum and even, Jonah, they're doing what they think is right, even though it's not.
The whole group is now gathered around at a table at a balcony overlooking everything.
They're protecting what they consider theirs and not looking at the bigger picture.
Well, speaking of some of the tensions, it's been an interesting 24 hours.
Speaking of tension,
I have to leave the group.
I have to go home to my
I got
wife.
a job. I don't know if I can adventure with you guys anymore.
Or my wife can join ours.
It's going to be Lauren's new character is actually playing his wife.
Every group needs a cook, right? Listen, I've got to take a patrol shift.
I thought you said you quit.
No, I said I was thinking about it. There's a lot of ins, a lot of outs. I have to take a patrol shift tonight.
So you decided
at
not
the
to
North
quit.
Docks. No, I've decided to delay making a decision for just a little bit.
So how did Cookie take the news of you come running off to adventure with us?
Honestly, better than I expected.
Good.
Yeah.
Means he hasn't told her.
Still needs to work some things out there. No, here's what I'm thinking though. Since I've got to be on the North Docks tonight anyway, might be a good chance for us to ask around about
You trying to
the.
rope us into helping you guard?
I'm just saying, might be an opportunity to find out a little bit more about what's going on with the toadies on the river. The asking around at the docks could be a good place to get some more information.
So wait, you don't want to quit your job, so you want us to do your job?
I'm gonna
That you
go.
were-
I'm gonna be there anyway. You're welcome to join me if you'd like.
We also need to take a look at this red door that we saw on this map from
Why?
Gasmore.
Yeah.
Why?
He's dead.
Well, there's something tying him to this,
He was going to steal from that.
and he was up to no good.
What part of the city was on the map?
Northwest part of town near it's a little more run down, but it has like a theater not too far away from it.
It nearish the docks, or
No.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll
tag around. I'll tag along with you
look at the
tonight,
red door. Sure.
Galen.
Yeah, I'll
I
come
think
with you.
your skills could be useful. Yeah. I mean, yours too.
There's one other item I want to put out there as well.
Oh, alrighty.
The recent missive that we had received.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got your
There's-
message.
Yes. There's some request. The intention is that there may be a site for a new temple here in Tabonry. But it's been asked of us to approach the mayor. And there is only one person I can think of who has some connection in that regard to establish some diplomacy.
Galen's watching the juggler again. He has no idea who you're talking about.
Galen,
What?
he's talking about you.
Have you seen this guy? He's incredible.
ADHD is on this thing.
Hey, Galen, have you ever met the mayor?
Character flaw.
Do I know Method Man?
Have you ever met the mayor?
Oh, no. I've never met the mayor. No.
Bears the garb of the City Watch.
I mean, what, you're looking. You need an audience with the mayor?
We need to talk to the mayor.
Somehow, some way.
Seems like something out of The Sopranos where you're putting the just get grinding.
How are
and then
you on
there's-
garbage collection?
I might be able to, leverage some connections with the guard to try to gain an audience. There's no guarantee.
Can't you just go to his office and make an appointment?
I didn't think about that.
Is
Is that a thing?
all other
Do
mayors?
they do that?
Don't they go
Yeah.
into hiding after?
No,
It's just-
we can
After
just.
I
You're
saved
allowed
the
to talk
city,
to the mayor?
after I
Just
saved the
anybody?
city from
I'd like to
No
point out I'm
offense.
untrained in society, so this is new to me.
Priests at the temple, like if anybody could get a audience with the mayor, it should
Yeah.
be two priests.
This is new to me. I'm more than willing to try now.
Sure.
But no offense, this might be why you could use some help with that conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Exactly
agree.
correct.
Yeah, but maybe not you, because you're thinking about quitting.
Well, the mayor doesn't know
Hasn't
that
quit
yet.
Yeah, but it's on his face.
He's dragging his shield. Hi, mayor.
First, I quit.
It is I,
Second,
your
I'd like a
dedicated
favor.
servant.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sweet talk anybody, Jericho.
Well, that's
You should go with them.
That's true. I could maybe leverage. Maybe he's heard about how
What?
I saved the entire city from a giant mob attack that was going to burn, and they were going to go after it to kill
Yeah,
him.
it's possible.
I just saved his life, I think, yesterday.
He's saved me too. I
Another
heard about what you
Hey.
did.
Wait. When we were talking to your other priesty religious, the guy that I prayed with,
Oh, yeah.
he mentioned that the mayor mentioned to him about us taking care of that creepy guy in the woods that tried to kill us.
Gasmore?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
No, the
No.
messenger guy.
Nurador.
Tried to kill us.
Norador.
Well, he shot arrows
Shot
at
a
us.
couple arrows.
I don't think that was actually trying to kill us. I
Yeah, I don't know.
When someone shoots an arrow at me, I assume that
It
they're
wasn't
not
really at you, though, if you recall. It
I
was
mean,
kind of
head-
a tree.
tree arrow.
I mean, it's a reasonable
Yeah.
thing to say.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Agree to disagree. But your to Priesty Bob, he said that the mayor mentioned
It's
that.
highly offensive where I come from, Priesty Bob.
Only we get to use that word.
No, yes.
What was his?
Orion.
Okay. Oh yeah, Oreo. He said that the mayor mentioned
He's about to be double stuffed.
about Nurian.
You get his name right.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
So the mayor knows that we
Yeah.
helped that messenger from another, so we might be able to leverage that as well. That's all I'm saying.
Good thinking.
fair.
You
Bring
also
him.
took down a criminal enterprise. We took down a criminal enterprise that
Gasball.
was operating in the city.
Well, maybe we bring Quintillion then.
Let's bring everybody.
Ooh, I don't
Everybody?
know.
I don't
That's
want to go
not
to the
great.
city hall.
In unison, Dash and Hemlock shake their heads no.
I think there's a 50-50 chance that whatever we need, Dash will have in his mouth at the time we need it.
That's a terrible, terrible thing to say.
Except words of encouragement.
You are very handy. Don't doubt yourself.
I just, I don't really like people so much, and he
Well,
sounds like
that's
someone
true.
who needs people that like people, because he has to be elected and ask those things, and I don't need to do that.
Do you want to
I
go to the docks with Gable?
Yeah, come hang out
The
with
Yosoki
us.
vote's
That's a
very
lot of
important
water.
here in Tabonry.
I don't like water.
You don't have to jump in the water.
You're gonna push me probably,
I would never do such a thing.
but now it's in your mind and you're thinking about it, and I feel uncomfortable.
We all have emerging phobias, and this is great.
Fine. All right. If we're all doing it at the same
Too
time,
bad Galen's
then
is
I'll-
confrontation.
True. As all this conversation is going on, none of you seem to do anything as a dangerous metal implement is placed in the back of Hemlock, and a feminine voice says, "Drop that pistol and hand over all your coins, fetchling."
Get out of here, dummy.
And your sister smacks you on the head with her spoon and says, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, just gathering, having breakfast, planning our days out.
And what did you bring me from your latest adventure?
Ooh, I got something to show you.
What's that?
And I pull out both pistols and do some
You've got two.
I got two.
Again.
Sylvia hooked me up.
After the incident where you had to get rid of the other one.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Wait,
great.
what?
Speaking of, hand over your pistol.
That's pretty slick.
Cost me a pretty penny. My friend Jericho helped me out. So I don't have anything for you from this adventure, but
Palm the ghost ink to
Wait, I had that.
Hemlock. You have the ghost ink?
no, she's
I
fine.
thought I had it.
Look at she doesn't need anything.
Wait, I need things.
No.
Are there things?
Lauren takes everything.
he's got everything written on his sheet. It's all mine.
And you are, by the way, talking to Corsel, the twin sister of Hemlock, who works here at Peg's Tavern. She's got a crude apron on and a serving tray underneath an arm and a deadly spoon in the other hand. And she sits on the table next to you, Hemlock.
What have you been up to?
Just staying busy. Mom wants to know when you're going to pay her a visit and sit down and have a proper dinner.
Tomorrow? Can we do dinner tomorrow?
Yeah, that's probably the 6th time I've had to say that for you.
Okay, we'll do dinner tonight.
Oh.
No. It has to be tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Fine. I'll tell her that. And
Again.
and since I'm stuck here in this wonderful tavern, she says loudly to the bartender down below, you got to tell me, what are you up to next? Something crazy, something wild that takes 2 pistols?
Guard duty. We're going to guard the docks tonight.
Right, he's
So I
gonna hang
can't
out with
do
me?
the dinner tonight.
Don't tell me you're joining the city guard. That's disappointing.
You know me better than that.
You don't want to be mixed up with those idiots.
No.
Never say no. Hey,
I mean,
But you're a quitting
I'm
idiot.
Right here.
They are a bunch of.
I agree. Don't get caught up with them. They are lame.
But not all guards.
You know Galen. He's good. He's good. Cookie brought you some stuff that Cookie.
Yeah.
Remember those brownies that Cookie made for you?
Oh, I like your wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
She is great. She must have good taste.
I'll tell you what. I
good taste, poor
promise. We'll do dinner tomorrow. I'll even cook.
Wow. Fantastic. All right. Well, you guys stay in trouble. And she goes off to harass some other customers.
Your sister seems like she's a little agab on the guards.
Who's not?
Hmm?
I mean,
Hey,
I
Gab.
love Galen, but the rest I've never met another good
What did
guard.
I do to deserve all this?
Nothing.
You're
I
the
just
man.
said I love you.
Oh, you
You're
love
great.
me. Oh,
What did you
okay.
say?
Thank you.
But
You're
this
the
rest
man.
of the
You're
city
the man.
guard, bunch of turkeys.
You know what? Screw this. I quit.
Yay!
He leaves the group.
Yeah.
I don't
Why are
have
you
to go to
saying
the
that
docks
to
now.
us? Also,
The captain's behind him.
Cookie's
You
gonna
what?
have-
No, I quit this.
Cookie will have your head.
No, she
You
she'll
need
be,
to talk it out with her
she'll
first.
be cool with it. Look, I'll do this one last guard duty tonight. I already promised I would. I need
Just
to,
one last job,
I
baby.
need to,
Gary pushes over the command spell.
You're gonna need this.
It's only good for one action. Make it count.
Acquiesce.
Yeah. Baby, how's your will save?
He can throw out the hate, but he can't take it.
What?
He can throw out the hate, but he
When are you
can't
guys
take it.
gonna go to the mayor's office? You should bring your other priest buddy with you.
No, he's busy tending to the temple.
Well, we
Yeah, but
should
it's not like
perhaps.
he
Temple
knows
existing.
the mayor.
He would
We
just pray.
should perhaps.
Temporal,
That is a
temporal.
good idea. We should talk to Orion about if he
What's his
can
name?
connect us with the mayor.
Or just go
All right,
to the
then.
office and make an appointment. Like,
I still don't think that's a thing. I don't
How did you
think
become
could
so
just
familiar with?
go become a
making
go
appointments?
talk to the mayor.
Making
to see
appointments.
people?
Who does? You're the administrator.
Everyone.
This isn't exactly a democracy we're living in. It's
You guys are. It's two priests of Carahel. And a city guard.
I
Use that leverage.
I think you're over.
And the savior of the city wall.
Hello.
I'm also level 1.
So,
What does that mean?
I mean,
I don't know.
we can try,
Is that
but let's go speak with Orion. Find out about talking to the mayor, and then
Jump cut
maybe
to the Temple of Carahel. No, I'm not going anywhere. Your message.
you can't help with the mayor.
You go help with the mayor.
Jump cut back to Pegs.
So
You're
he's-
awful sassy for a
So we're back to that again.
yeah. So I hear you can make an appointment.
That's what I hear. Let's go make an appointment. I'm off to make an appointment.
Let's try that.
Agiri is getting up to make an appointment.
I'll go with.
Okay. The three of you make your way through the city to the other side of the city, where you pass by a large plaza that has a river running alongside it. And
Is this Cobblefield Plaza?
This is Cobblefield Plaza. It's a big, huge cobblestone plaza with ringed tightly by a bunch of shops around it. In the plaza itself is a little mini market that's permanently established there with stalls. Also, there are 3.5 walls and a collapsed ceiling in of a former structure that also is covered in tarps. And on the other side is a raised slope up to a fort. The fort used to be what the town originally was a fort from long ago, and that fort has been converted into the mayor's residence long time ago. And as you make your way up, big, huge iron gates are swung open. There are 2 guards there that halt you as you approach. The 3 were Yannick,
Kiri
Agiri,
and Jericho.
and Jericho. The guards there say, "Hold it," and hold out a hand.
Was
to
Galen coming or not?
was I invited?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go.
Everybody's
Then I
invited.
will absolutely go with.
All right. Hold it, as he holds out a hand towards Jericho. You're going to need to leave that blade here, friend.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
He takes it, says carry on, and waves in
like
the
this
champion
long.
with his massive blade.
Guess
right
you didn't
on
care about
through.
my blade.
You go on inside. There you see a courtyard that could have
Snake
housed.
gnomes.
I don't even know how to use that thing.
That's okay.
You
There's-
have never seen me draw that blade.
No, I have
once,
not.
Not even
I
once.
thought it was just a showpiece.
There's a
did too.
courtyard there that could have housed a small battalion of folks long ago, but now it's used again as the mayor's residence. There is a line that's going around of about 40 people that are waiting to make some sort of appointment with the mayor. And the line then disappears inside, and you guys are getting into the back of the line, I assume.
No.
No. All right.
I believe.
Yannick, if you please. Everybody move! Sorry, it was Princess Bride.
I don't want to call any privilege, but
Oh, I do.
you can
But I'm feeling rather white.
step aside. I have white privilege.
Are there? Is there somebody handling the appointments?
You can't see them now. They're inside.
I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna kind of tread through the.
Following Galen.
Yeah.
All right. You see
I'm gonna try to squeeze right between these guys, like very in the middle.
there you are blocked by a chubby human wearing a flour splattered apron who says, "Hey, there's a line here." And he points a fat finger to the back of the line.
And I point my finger at the guard sigil on my breastplate.
Make an intimidation +4. I've been waiting here a long time.
That is +4, 11, 15.
15?
Yep.
And that's above the +4 is above your normal intimidation bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he gets out of the way. Stupid guard.
Pay no mind. Walk on in.
Okay, you guys
Thank you. Blessing of Carahel to you.
he doesn't know what to do about that.
Hey, blessings of Carahel to you.
And you guys, the four of you walk on in. You see
Gary's like, what he said.
there's about 10 more people waiting in line. There's a big, oversized desk, and there
This is a line.
there's a clerk, and he's got a big stack of papers, a quill, and multiple bottles of ink, and he's scribbling down and say, "Okay, I will make a note next." And an old elderly couple hobble up to be next, unless you would like to intercede.
I'm not interceding.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Jericho steps in between the old couple.
The ADA compliant gnome.
Uh huh. Is this table up to code?
Hey, just real quick, not trying to make an appointment, just wanted to mention to you real quick, but the mayor was hoping to see the group of us. He wanted to see us. We had saved this messenger coming out of Merscon, and his name was Newdor, and message got to us that the mayor knew about it.
Sir, this is a
and-
Wendy's.
That got to us. Oh, and then, by the way, might have also heard, on top of that, secondarily, that there was this big near uprising that happened out at the wall building site, and I was the one that settled that down. Anyway, heard that we were wanted to be talked to. Priest of Care House, City God. My name is Jericho. Thank you very much.
And sir, what is this about?
Saving the city.
Saving.
Oh, and the Priest of Carahel have a personal request
City.
from the temple of
Personal
Carahel.
request
From
From Edlin home.
from Edlin Home,
from
Carahel people.
Edlin
Yeah.
Home.
Anyway, those are all tied up together.
All right, I've made note. Your name was Jericho.
That's mine.
Wait outside. See if there's a bench. We'll try and get to you before noon.
You are tremendous.
Next.
Thank you for your patience. To the older couple, and
All
then
right.
we'll walk away.
And you guys chill out.
I guess we have to wait a little bit.
Never had to wait this long in the temple at all.
I'm napping on a bench.
Okay.
Well, we've never asked to meet the mayor before.
Must be.
That's true. That's true indeed.
Time flies by, and unless there's anything else moving forward,
Thank you, Dicey.
Hemlock would like to just like go around the shops, in any like a mineral shop or like even like a herbal shop.
for red phosphorus.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna find any in the city, but to maybe send an ear and see where it can be found.
Okay. Also unlikely, make a society roll. Target number is 20.
This is awesome. 10.
You have no idea.
Okay.
No critical failure on that one. You're fine. It is around 11 o'clock when a older gentleman with a bunch of scrolls under his arm is walking across the courtyard. There's a whole bunch of people just sitting there bored, waiting and waiting. Only 2 people have been seen over the last 2 hours. There's still a line waiting just to even get their names written down. This old guy goes walking through with his beard and his little robe, and he stops and looks curiously at your group and drops one of his scroll things and puts it back up and comes scurrying over to you and says, Gary, and it is your friend, Gideon Dalfana.
And I'm expecting to see him here. He is
an archivist and counselor to the town mayor. Your contact. Chris is not happy.
I'll start by saying this. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
That would have been super helpful if the dungeon master had sent us a message to remind
I did not
us about
even know you were in
checking
town.
those.
Hey, Gary, you mind introducing us?
So with that in mind, that was a little wasteful of time. We're adding our final die to the tension pool. I'm now rolling these
Son of a
dice,
bitch.
looking for any, and we have 1 die as a plus. A complication's been added. The 6 dice have been removed. We will see what happens with that in a
We'll
little
see
bit.
what happens with that.
And he says, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're here to see the mayor.
I am here to see the mayor. He's not here, complication. He's at the other town.
Why didn't you come to see me directly?
I like I mentioned, I didn't know you were here.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
Gary. Why didn't we do that?
I'm here all the
Didn't know
time. I could have gotten you to see him immediately.
If I had if I had remembered. I've been
I'm assuming this is official business for the temple?
it is now.
Yeah. Then come right away. Come inside. There's a guy wearing a flower spattered apron that says, "I'm with them," and starts following you.
I'm
Come
afraid
this way.
I'm afraid this one's not with us.
Go away, you! Shoo! And drops another scroll and picks it up and puts it back in his big armful.
Wasn't this apron guy, actually work here?
No.
No, he's in line.
Oh,
Telling
okay.
you not to cut.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need a hand carrying any of those?
He says, these are quite official, but yes, here, take half.
So am I.
And he walks in with quick little footsteps and scoots past some guards and down some corridors. Keep up. So what is this business? He calls back to Agiri as he walks quickly.
Received some request from the temple at Lenholm.
Oh.
There is a new temple to be built here.
He drops a scroll in surprise. A new temple being built.
It would mean a great deal. Another command spell. What the hell?
He says, that's amazing. But what about your current temple? Don't you have some sort of little shrine or something here in town?
The temporary temple.
Yes.
Yes. It's still there.
Oh.
Serving it with the champion as well.
And he walks down another corridor, and it's getting, you walk past a dining room where there's a bunch of food that has been already eaten for an early brunch, and it's just being left there serve maybe 10 people and no one's there right now. You're taken to another door and he drops a scroll and then knocks on the door. The door opens up. A guard is there, and he says, some priests and from the Temple of Carahel are here, and they're associates of mine. They have important business to speak with Mayor Hale. Something about a temple project that the mayor's well aware of. And the guard says, hold on. He closes the door, and Gideon turns around. So tell me news. What is there to know coming from Edlin Home or the temple? I'm always seeking news. A counselor must know what's going on. You don't seem quick to be sharing news.
Some items are best in a more private location.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps we could speak another time. But in general, our travels have taken us here, and to serve the temple and Tabonry as best as possible.
The door opens up, and the guard motions for you to come in. Gideon picks up his scroll that he dropped, puts it back on his in his arms, and walks in. And there you see the town mayor. Mayor Hale is there. He is a rotund figure.
Gnome?
He is not a gnome. He is gnomeless. He is rotund. He is an older guy with a grayish mustache, balding head, some regal-looking clothes on, but surrounded with a desk surrounded with tons of pages everywhere from all sorts of important documents, and he just looks exhausted already. He sees you come in and just clears off 20 of the pages, just knocks them off the table, and then just looks bored on the desk. And says, what have we here today, Gideon? And Gideon says, my associates I know from the temple have some official business. They can speak more about it, I'm sure. And he takes a seat to watch from a distance, collecting the scrolls from Jericho. Well, what exactly is this business, my good preacher?
Official news from the Temple of Carahel and Edlin Home. A request about the site that is assigned to Carahel, the Temple of Carahel, and a request to claim it and build upon it.
My understanding is your site is a home in a small neighborhood. I can't imagine the neighbors there would be too keen you expanding into their homes.
Something I believe you are capable of overcoming. It is a request of the temple. I am passing that request along.
That's...
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Please,
I
speak.
apologize. I am Yannick, warrior, and follower of Carahel. The message, indeed, was actually about the Cobblefield Plaza. The priests of Edlin Home are hoping to assist Tabonry in rebuilding by bringing Carahel here to Tabonry. We will be able to employ people within the city in our reconstruction project. The priests of Carahel bring knowledge, they bring calmness, and they bring healing to any place that they travel to, something the city of Tabonry needs much of at this time of trouble. It seems to me that Carahel is needed here in Tabonry.
A time of trouble, you say?
Indeed. A time of upheaval and challenge for the city of Tabonry, where only a strong leader such as yourself, Mayor Hale, can lead Tabonry to greater times with the challenges that is presented to
Flattery, my friend. That is not becoming of a good leader if I were to fall prey to that, which I do often.
Yes.
Thought he said he wasn't trained in diplomacy.
Is it +7?
But Carahel is needed here in the city, and we wish to help the city recover. We but need a small donation of the wrecked building we saw in the Cobblefield Plaza. We will bring it back to glory, help the plaza, revitalize it, bring merchants back to the area, put refugees to work, ease tensions amongst the city.
The wrecked building. And he raises nods upwards, and Gideon stands up from his little corner chair. He says, I don't know of any wrecked building unless they mean the ruins right in the center of the plaza. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
And the mayor says, what ruins? And Gideon says, locals have turned it into like a market area. It used to belong to the old Renarian Brotherhood before it was destroyed. The mayor says,
fuck those guys. I'm sorry.
Previous
Somebody
season.
else.
The mayor says, oh, yes. It is a bit of an eyesore.
Indeed. And it is ready for renovation. And we are the priests of Carahel will come and bring aid and prosperity to the city.
Well, it does also sound like it's right in the middle of the plaza. I mean, if there's merchants there, I would think the disruption could cause some chaos for the merchants there that I would not be too keen to disrupt.
The priests of Carahel have always had good relations with merchants. I'm sure that we can come to some accommodation with them that will work. If we can come back with an accommodation from the merchantry in the area, will you consider?
Gideon says, I think those are not the upstanding merchants we normally deal with, Mayor Hale. It would not be a great deal of a loss from them. Mayor Hale says, well, I'm seeing lots of winning opportunities here then. A bigger presence from your church would be good. We could get the eyesore out. The challenges that I'm surprised by is such rich expenditures on books and acquiring scrolls from far away and all the expenses of archiving and all your many temples, that offsetting some of the expenses we have here in the city is not even being mentioned. You would think perhaps a few thousand coins could be offered to offset such interesting real estate. Make a diplomacy roll, and your target number, we're going to say 15. We're going to drop down to 13.
Oh.
Somebody want to help me with that, bro?
I would love to help.
I absolutely am inclined to help. I have to help.
Let's
Because I am not trained in diplomacy at all.
Honorable Mayor, have you considered that the revitalization of the plaza and bringing in merchants of reputation would add significant tax revenue to your coffers? Not only that, it could be, the temple and the plaza itself could be advertised as a reawakening of the city of Tabonry growing into a city to rival that of Mirskan itself.
And everybody loves Carahel merch.
So I'm absolutely trying to help with the diplomacy on.
He says, oh, that is a good point.
And I would probably just throw in, and I think this might also just be a little way for you to grind the gears of plan just a little bit. Get a little win over him as he tries to.
I don't want to hear that name.
Well,
Today isn't too good of a day to waste on that name.
Indeed.
-2 diplomacy.
There you go.
So about this matter of real estate and value. Go ahead and make a diplomacy roll. You may add +1 from an aid from your team.
Good luck.
6.
Total of 6.
Where's that hero point?
I already used it long ago.
Can we donate one?
You cannot.
Oh,
He says,
and none of my role playing has been worthy of a hero point.
I think a simple fee of 5 gold bars.
That's like 500 gold, right?
No, it's 1,000.
1,000 each.
so 5,000 total.
Yeah. That would be a good discount for your church and help offset any cost we have in relocating and communicating, and then the real estate is yours.
I suspect that I will send word back to Edlin Home of the cost. Yes,
Yannick in the ribs a little bit.
but my friend here has some things to speak of.
Mayor, are there? Obviously, that's a lot to ask of the Church of Carahel, but are there any other issues that have cropped up in town that we might be able to assist with that maybe could lower that cost a bit?
Like guarding the North Docks tonight. That should be worth at
We'd
least
hate to see
1,000
anything
gold.
happen to your ducks.
I want no part of this.
How about running a certain merchant out of town? How about there?
Mm-hmm.
As an example, we've heard that there's some trouble brewing around town between the toadies and some other merchants moving in. Obviously, Plem has been rabble-rousing and affecting the wall, which
I
you put a
do
lot of effort
not
in.
wish to hear that name again today.
Could we
Gideon comes over. Don't say that name again.
could we, help you with any information that you might need to, solidify your position?
I am not in need of information. My position is strong. My issues are not with position. My issues are with that damn wall. If you cannot help with that, then I do not have services of you for.
What's the issue with the wall?
It needs to be built, and there's constant delays. And now we've heard there's even more delays with some sort of special stones. And it cannot be built, and it is frustrating beyond measure.
We could look into that. We could look into the problems plaguing the wall.
If we can speed up your construction of the wall. We waived gold bars.
What would it be worth if we were able to get that back on track for you?
He looks down, he grabs a paper and starts to read it. You can tell it has no bearing on anything you're talking about, and pretends as though it does. Yes. And he quickly shoots a glance at Gideon, his counselor, one of his counselors, and Gideon just nods, and the mayor says, if you can move forward with the wall, and the foreman Tynor agrees that you've helped out considerably, then we will consider this a fair trade, and you will have your signed property of the ruins.
Well, it seems like a pretty fair deal, Mayor. We appreciate your generosity.
Thank you, Mayor Hale. That is more than fair.
Then I'll hope to hear word from the foreman and hear of wonderful progress not being delayed anymore on the new wall.
Who's the foreman's name? Tynor.
It says Jeremy, who just got here.
He'll be easy to buy off. 50 gold. He'll tell the mayor anything.
We got to stop watching Sopranos.
Yeah.
before
Gideon then says, all right, well then, thank you so much for all of this, and we'll draft up papers once things start to come in motion, everyone.
Thank you.
And the mayor waves and
Thank
picks
you
up.
for expediting our meeting, Gideon. Friend of Acolyte Nagiri.
It is Carahel's way, working mysterious though she does.
Yeah,
If I may point out, the objective is met.
indeed.
Gideon, thank you very much.
He escorts you guys out holding onto some of his scroll cases and says, wow, this was quite a surprising turn. I wasn't expecting anything like this today.
Nor was I. But I'm grateful that it has turned out as favorably as it can. I trust you don't take my dropping in as too much a shock. I had been wanting to meet you.
No, if I can have my name attached to helping move the wall forward, that gets me pretty good in with the mayor. So I want you all Godspeed. My only recommendation is I'd make sure you take a look at what you're going to buy before you get too deep into it.
As always, wise words.
He says, very well. And he escorts you guys out, and you guys head back out into the fortress, and we will stop there for tonight. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. An interesting adventure with no combat very early on in our season. That's kind of a first. I like that. And we're going to dive into our after show right after this. If you'd like to hear the after show and our thoughts of the adventure, please consider joining us on patreon.com/ingloriousbars. Just a few bucks certainly helps us out. And we will see you next time.
Everyone.
Bye.